Another beautiful day for baseball in Florence, Kentucky. Looking for their series victory in the middle game of a weekend series with the Lexington Las Leyendas. Game time temperature 79 degrees, sunny skies overhead. Another picturesque September evening and late afternoon. Happy Derby Day to everybody at home. Derby Day, we're looking forward to seeing this Florence Y'alls team who's really starting to round into form. A little bit of a sluggish opener last night, but they found a way, 5-3. And the opener of this weekend series, not the best look offensively for the Y'alls in that one. Some timely hits weren't there, but they got the one they needed, and ultimately it turned into a 2-run victory.
Well, Florence had a bunch of horses on the mound last night, didn't allow a hit after a triple with one out in the fourth inning. Lexington was held hitless after that for the rest of the game. That set the tone. The back half of the game just completely shut down that Lexington offense, and that was crucial as it allowed Florence some time to come back and rally and really put up some runs after a struggling start offensively in which they left 6 men on base, 5 in scoring position over the first 3 innings. But they overcame that, got a little help out of defensive miss night. They can set themselves up for a big win again here tonight.
It may have been went all of about 120 feet just behind second base, but miscommunication between the shortstop and the center fielder. The ball falls on the turf, 2-run score. That tied the game. Had to get fans really starting to look their best here of late.
They are, and that's important as you round into form at the end of the season. And we've harped on it enough that maybe the standings don't count as much as they would in a regular Frontier League season or things like that. The development is what matters, but even looking at that, the development of these guys as the season has gone along, the bullpen's performance is something I would talk about earlier on in this battle with the Bourbon Trail, and now we're starting to see it become more of a strength of this Florence team. Guys are reliable out of that bullpen to come in and give the starting pitchers those shutdown innings. Jonathan Tripp, with 2 outs in the 5th inning, asked for 1 more out. He asked to finish that inning. I thought his night was done last night. Brian White went out to the mound. I thought his night was done with 2 outs in the 5th. He asked for that 1 more batter when Florence was trailing 3-1. Lexington had men on base. He got that 3rd out. Florence then put up 3 runs to take the lead in the bottom half of that 5th inning. The bullpen picked up their starter Tripp to get him the win. Doherty comes on for the save. Complete performance on the mound last night.
No, absolutely. Kenny Pearson struck out the side in his first inning of work, would struggle with some command issues in his second inning, but ultimately no runs crossing and no hits allowed, as Paul said. After the full hard to lose games when your pitchers aren't allowing hits or runs, and the Y'alls found a way to do it last night. So let's turn the page here in the middle game. What has to get done for Brian White's crew to take this series in 2 games? We know the offense can be a bit of a sleeping giant. They've really shown what they can do in a couple of series with the Freedom this year. Maybe the fact they're taking on the top team in those series has brought the best out of them in those situations. But they don't want to play their competition in Lexington tonight. They got a former major leaguer on the mound on the other side, Mike Housechild. It's Roger Bernal for the Y'alls.
Yeah, and Housechild is going to have to face Rodney Tenney right at the top of that Florence Y'alls order. Tenney came into the game as a defensive substitution late last night, but we see him slotted in there at the leadoff spot. We'll see what he does. He likes to bunt to lead off the game. We'll see if maybe he lays one down to really get that offense started and set the tone in the the bottom of the first inning. But you look all down this lineup. Galino in there tonight. Will Baker, Blaze Spees, Jackson Pritchard behind the plate tonight. This is a very formidable Florence Y'alls lineup that we're seeing here on this Saturday night. Yeah,
maybe the most complete 1 through 9 for Brian White's crew so far in this series. Hopefully they can bring their best to the ballpark tonight, get that series victory under their belt, and set up a chance to sweep tomorrow's finale. That'll have a 5:05 first pitch. For the first time on a Sunday here, the Battle of the Bourbon Trail, the finale of this weekend series will be an evening game, 5:05 start time for that one. But we'll turn the page, step aside. About to have starting lineups announced on the field. You know what happens after that, the national anthem.
Cunningham, the Great American for the Roar Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Roar at Roar Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Roar Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to roarins.com. Call Alvin Roar. Call the Roar Agency today.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and gentle touch.
I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Series here at UC Health Stadium. Game time temperature 79 degrees, sunny skies, beautiful Saturday evening in northern Kentucky. Aaron Brody and Paul Fritchner with you. We've taken you through the starting lineups for the Lexington Las Leyendas, and I'll quickly run you through the starting lineup for the Florence Y'alls, who will come to the plate in the bottom of this first inning. Rodney Tinney back in the leadoff spot, Harry DeNicola in the 2-hole. Mike Galino starts the heart, Brandon Pugh, the cleanup man, Will Baker in the 5-hole. Blaze Speeds hits 6th with Kevin Watley hitting 7th tonight. Jackson Pritchard will bat 8th, and Mitch Piotnik will turn the lineup over in the 9-hole. Roger Bernal on the bump, 0-1 on the season with a 4.50 ERA. This is his 5th game started and just his 2nd started here in Florence. The Y'alls in their customary Northern Kentucky blue uniforms from head to toe. Lexington in their road white uniforms. White tops, white pants, and that turquoise color sleeves. Derby Day at UC Health Stadium. We have some fun up our sleeve for this broadcast and for this game. Good time to remind everybody at home, if you have not seen the tweets or the releases, we will stop the action today when the Kentucky Derby goes live. We'll have it up on the video board here at UC Health Stadium. We wanted to make sure the fans who came to the game today didn't have to sacrifice the rite of passage that is the Kentucky Derby in this neck of the woods. So we will pause the game regardless of where we're at on the field for the Kentucky Derby today. We've also got horse names for all the players in the Y'alls uniforms that will splash into the broadcast today throughout. Cole Sturgeon will lead things off for the Leyendas. He's in the box now. Hits from the left side. Roger Bernal working from the full windup. As he looks in for the sign from Pritchard, gets it, rocks, and fires the game's first pitch, nearly hitting Sturgeon for ball 1. We're underway at 6:38 here in Florence. Bernal's 1-0 pitch. On the outside corner for a called strike, it's Kerry Lyle calling the balls and strikes behind the plate tonight. His partner on the bases, Joe Kimbrough. Pitch on the way from Bernal. Fouled straight back to the screen. 1-2 on Cole Sturgeon. Just the second start for Sturgeon in games played here in Florence for Lexington. Had an RBI triple last night. Was also hit by a pitch. The 1-2 chasing upstairs, a fastball, and he's down on strikes. Good start for Roger Bernal. 1 out, 1 K, and here comes Cole Cottom.
Yeah, great sequence there, and he goes up to challenge him. Gets a swing and a miss. Good idea.
Pritchard sets up out for the first offering to Cottom. Here it is. A swing and a foul ball out of play on the first base side. It'll be 0-1. Cottom 6'3", 230 out of Memphis, Tennessee. An imposing bat in the lineup. The 0-1. That will hit him. So Bernal foreshadowed that on an early pitch to Cole Sturgeon. And he'll beam the second batter of the game to set up a runner at first base. And 1 out for Luke Heyer.
Sun beating down on the right side of the field right now. The shadows definitely playing a factor here between the plate and the mound.
Heyer comes up empty on a big swing at the first pitch he sees. Falls behind 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, just above the belt, evens the count at 1-1. This always is the most difficult time for a hitter when the shadows are this way, because the mound is just outside the shadows, and that ball will enter the shadows as it enters the zone, making it tough to get a read. The 1-1 outside for ball 2. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to the 3-hole man, Luke Heyer. He's got 10 home runs in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail, but was quieted in terms of the power last night. Did have a single, but 1 for 5 in total. 2-1 pitch, a late swing, 2-2. It's the off speed from Bernal, and it looked like Heyer wasn't sure until the last second that he wanted to offer, and didn't touch it. DeNicolas shifting from second base. He's almost standing behind the bag. 2-2. Popped up over our heads and out of play. We'll do it again.
Bernal's kind of been all over the place here to start this game, but hitters swinging, working into an even count.
We saw the ultimate and effectively wild last night on the hill for the other team. Walter Talcott for the Leyendas had 9 walks, but allowed just 1 hit going into what turned into his last inning of work. Cottom takes off at first base. Ball's outside. Throw to second is not in time. Cottom is safe there, but Heyer is rung up. Pitch looked a little bit out. He thought it was, but he's down on strikes. So there are 2 outs for Sam Little, with Cottom now up at second. Two outs, 2 strikeouts for Roger Bernal, who faces Sam Little now. Pitch on the way. Strike at the knees. Early threat for the Leyendas, but they will need a base knock. Bernal sets at the belt from the stretch on the first base side of the rubber. And a fastball is fouled away. Quickly 0-2 on the cleanup man. Hot start for the Leyendas last night offensively. 3 runs in their first 4 innings. All earned runs facing Jonathan Tripp, but then the offense disappeared. 0-2 on the way. At the neck for ball 1 to Sam Little. Bernal nods in agreement with Jackson Pritchard, who will set up out. And the righty deals the 1-2. Brush back pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces on the board in the top of the first inning. No score. But a man at second base in the form of Cole Cottom, who was hit by a pitch and stole second. 2-2 on the way. Outside for ball 3. Big deep breath from Bernal as he leans in. Has the payoff. Here it comes. Fastball fouled away. Sam Little fights. And we'll see another payoff pitch. Bernal not one to walk, guys. Coming into this start, 18 strikeouts to 6 walks, 3-1. That'll always play. Pitch. Chasing and popping it up behind home plate. Jackson Pritchard will have room, drops the mask, makes the catch. And Roger Bernal will hang a goose egg in his first inning of work. And here come the Y'alls bats in the bottom of the first. It'll be Tinny, DeNicola, Galino when we come back to sunny UC Health Stadium on the Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company.
Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels, with their gooey cheesy center, are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
Lexington Las Leyendas. They'll face Rodney Tinny, Harrison DeNicola, Mike Galino in the bottom of the first of a scoreless game. And anytime you got a former major leaguer on the bump who's all of just 30 years old, you feel pretty good about your chances to get a win, Paul.
Yeah, you do. He's been all over the place as far as his career is concerned in affiliated baseball. He has played in the Rangers organization for a while, but he's gone through all the levels and spent a long time floating between AA and AAA before finally making it to the major leagues. He pitched 8 innings for the Rangers in 2017 and 8 1/3 innings in 2018. But he floated between AA and AAA from 14 to 19. He spent most of 2015 in AAA with Fresno, was back in AAA in 2016 with Fresno and 17 with Fresno before splitting 2018 and 19 between Fresno, Buffalo, and Memphis.
He's ahead of Rodney Tinny after one pitch. Who works in to win and gets strike 2. Tinny digging back in the left-handed batter's box. He'll have to fight in the 0-2 abyss. Housechild deals and just misses the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rodney Tinny, who is otherwise known today on Derby Day is drop low.
I love it. I love all these guys picking their names.
Late swing, and he's down on strikes. One away in the Y'alls side of the first, as Housechild needed 4 pitches to find out number 1. In steps Harrison DeNicola. Housechild a quick shake, now a nod, and the windup, and the pitch. A hard ground ball, through into right field, a base hit. DeNicola turns on the first pitch fastball, and he's 1 for 1 with a well-struck single to bring up Mike Galino.
Wasting no time there on the hard grounder to right field.
New Housechild was going to attack and was ready for it.
Fans loving this.
Housechild right in the middle of the rubber as he works from the stretch, sets at the belt, long pause. First pitch, a strike to Galino, it's 0-1. Not much of a lead at first base for DeNicola as the 0-1 pitch will brush Galino back to even the count at 1-1. Mike DHing today. The 1-1. Down in the turf for ball 2. We've seen Galino catch, which is his natural position, and also play third base. One game earlier this year. Brian White loves his bat. Will look for any way to get him in there. Two-1 from Housechild. Breaking ball finds the outside black. Good pitch. And it evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Righty readies. And fires. And this one will beam Galino in the calf. He'll take his base. And the Y'alls are set up with runners at first and second for Brandon Pugh. Just 1 out. Cottom sets up out. First pitch to Brandon. Outside for ball 1.
Both of these pitchers still trying to lock down their command here early on. Seen both teams with a player hit by pitch.
Pitch on the way. Broken bat, slow roller to short. Fielding, glove flipping to second for 1, and the throw to first is wild. Gets to the wall and will allow Harrison DeNicola to score. Pugh takes second. The relay dropped at short by Mike Millian. And the Lexington Las Leyendas shoot themselves in the foot. Tried to roll a double play that probably didn't need to be rolled. Pugh was going to be through the bag at first. And the throw was wild, allowing DeNicola to score and Pugh to move up 90 extra feet. It's 1-0 Y'alls. Will Baker, the new hitter. Pitch on the way at the shoe tops for ball 1. The Y'alls team loves to swing the sticks early. They've been the best first inning offense that I've seen my 5 years in Florence. set the tone. Housechild takes a look at Pugh but does not throw to the base. Knows Brandon likes to run. And Pugh is right back off to a walking lead at second. The 1-0 pitch to Baker is in the left-handed batter's box. It'll be 2-0 as Housechild really starts to labor.
These extra pitches. Same theme we've been seeing.
Now the 2-0 toss. Too far in for ball 3. Housechild lighting up the radar gun at 91 on that fastball. But a little much, two-seam action. The 3-0s too far in. It's a 4-pitch walk, a first inning at bat.
I love these names, Aaron. I'm a big horse guy. I love the ponies. And this is just adding to the flavor of the evening.
The Iron Giant in the box in Blaze Spees. Pitch to him. Upstairs, but he swung through it. Counts 0-1 to the Y'alls right fielder. The 0-1 pitch, chopped softly towards third. Higher charging in, gloves, low throw to first, not in time there. Play at the plate, Pugh sliding in, and he's safe. Breaking on contact with 2 outs. Read the throw across the diamond, never stopped running around third, and gets there just ahead of the swipe tag from Cole Cottom. It's 2-0 Y'alls.
An infield single turns into a run. How about that aggressive play? This goes down in the book as a routine RBI, but it was far from that.
Great base running by Brandon Pugh. Kevin Watley, the new hitter, runners still at first and second. Housechild deals, gets a swing and a miss. Now the 0-1, fouling it back is Watley, who will fall into the 0-2 hole. So the air looming large for Lexington. That's how Brandon got to second base after reaching on the fielder's choice. It's also how DeNicholas scored. So both runs a direct correlation of that throwing air as a fastball runs inside for ball 1 to Watley.
And that nearly hit him. Would have been another hit by pitch.
And he was willing to wear it. Watley did not flinch, but it just missed him. One, two's chopped to third base again. This one a little deeper behind the bag. Higher gloves, fires, and not in time at first. Watley with a head-first dive beats the throw, and the bases are loaded for Jackson Pritchard. A very frustrating start for Mike Housechild, who's dealt with a little bit of everything in the inning. Some command issues, defense faltering behind him, and frustrating infield hits when he feels like he made the pitch to get the out. And everything's going the Y'alls' favor.
And now, what can he do to buckle down? He's going to see a discussion out here on the mound as We go now to the 7 o'clock hour, but the discussion out on the mound, and it's tough when you're Hauschild and you've made the pitch that you want, you keep it low, you get the ground ball, and it's not even really the fault of his infield either. It's the speed of these Florence batters, this Florence offense that continues to produce these infield hits. It's nothing that the fielders can do, really. And Hauschild's night is done.
Yeah. He tells Zach Getze he can't continue to go. Emergency relief will be needed for the Lexington Las Leyendas. This is not the start they drew up as they look to even a weekend series with the Florence Y'alls. Here's the situation, 2-0 home team. Bases juiced and an emergency relief pitcher needed as Mike Hauschild's day is done after 2/3 of an inning. We'll step aside, stats and info on the incoming hurler after this break on the Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.
Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassidon.org for more information or to register online. Life, pass it on.
Florence Freedom fans, Walt Kelsey here for Kelsey Chevrolet on Route 50 in Lawrenceburg. Proud sponsor of your Florence Freedom. We're just 15 minutes from Florence. Take 275 west to the Lawrenceburg exit. We can handle all your automotive needs. Sales, service, parts, and body shop. We are family owned and operated, and we offer a fresh approach. We'll treat you like family. Find new roads at kelseychev.com.
We are Kelsey Chevrolet, from our family to yours.
Well, the pitching change actually comes at a perfect time. We told you guys in the pregame show today that there will be a break in the action for the Kentucky Derby here at UC Health Stadium, and we are rapidly approaching the start of the race. So as the Lexington Las Leyendas make a call to their bullpen for emergency relief and call on the right-hander Chris Mockemer, he will get warmed up, at least finish warming up on the game mound here at UC Health Stadium. But before he gets the chance to do that, everybody gathered around and all eyes on the video board as now it's Kentucky Derby time.
Well, 'tis the law, the winner of the Belmont Stakes, the 4-5 favorite here to win the Derby, but a lot of challengers down through the field. Max Player, a lot of people like him. Eddie Olczyk from NBC picking Enforceable to come in the money. So we'll see here as we watch the horses go into the gate. We're probably a minute and a half here from the call that Larry Colmus always delivers so splendidly. Little peek behind the curtain as a broadcaster. I love watching these kinds of things, how these guys are able to do it. And for those of you who may be watching, Larry Colmus, the broadcaster of the Kentucky Derby, he memorizes every jockey's jersey by color before the Derby begins, and he calls the entire race through a pair of binoculars. He never looks down at anything. From the start of the race all the way around all of the turns through the home stretch, he calls the entire race through a pair of binoculars, completely based on the memorization that he's done and the preparation going into the race. A little peek behind the curtain, behind the scenes there for you as you can see. Here we go.
Yeah, not even in the fifth inning, and a fun fact from Paul Fritchner. So we'll take you back to the field cam here. Kentucky Derby underway. Thinking there's probably a fair amount of people in the ballpark. They got a sum of money of some kind on this, so everybody's probably in agreement that watching and stopping the action, probably the best course of action.
Well, the audio here at the park about 10 seconds behind the video feed. So we're
that's always a plus.
We're going to see who wins here on the video feed before we can see who actually wins from what Larry Colmus tells us, because that standing sheet out there in the left corner of the NBC screen is just a little too small for me to see from here.
So Paul's going to watch the whole race through a pair of binoculars as well.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Paul might be one of those guys that's got money on it. He needs a certain...
I wouldn't mind if 17 won here. Also wouldn't mind if 2 and 10 came in second.
There he is.
Tiz the Law right now in 4th place. Not looking great here, Aaron. But we still got about...
See, I stay out of the gambling scene, Paul.
A quarter of the race. Here comes Tiz the Law down the back stretch.
Let him just take over. And
Authentic still in first, but Tiz the Law making the run.
Getting his demo reel ready for a horse
around the turn, and here they come down the stretch. Tiz the Law making the run.
Tiz the Law's the favorite.
Can he overcome here right at the end? Oh, right at the end.
The anticipation.
Wow. I think that was Authentic that won. Unbelievable. Wow. What an upset. Devastating, some may say.
Guessing Authentic's not number 17?
No.
Well, so that was fun. Tell you what, Matt Cox, Cole Sturgeon, and Sam Little in the outfield, they're not done watching.
That was a great race.
Chris Mockemer has been ready to start warming up. So there it was. And Paul Fritchner delivering tremendous play-by-play of the Kentucky Derby.
As best as I can through binoculars to a screen out in left field.
Well, so now that we're back focused on the game of baseball here, the Y'alls have a tremendous opportunity to break this game open early. They lead the Leyendas 2-0. The bases are loaded. We are still in the bottom of the first inning. And it's Chris Mockemer warming up, having to replace the former major leaguer Mike Hauschild after only 2 outs recorded in the Y'alls' first at bat. So if you're Chris Mockemer, you are focused on the fact that you just need to locate one pitch in one spot and get 1 out to really limit the damage and deliver a first moral victory for the Leyendas in this game. 2-0 after 1 inning. Nothing insurmountable to overcome for an offense, but you'd hate to fall behind by any more than this, taking on a very opportunistic Y'alls team that loves to hit early in the ball game, but their bread and butter, their MO as an offense is to tire out pitchers, get into that bullpen, and boy, have they ever delivered on that in this one. Knocking the starter out of the game after just 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning.
Man, I love it.
So it turns into about a 15-minute delay from Hauschild exiting the game to Mockemer's first pitch. But here it comes, Jackson Pritchard in the box. And the fastball is downstairs for ball 1. Mockemer 6'2", 210 pounds, out of North Canton, Ohio. And one of the 8 University of Kentucky alums on this Leyendas roster. The 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. Mockemer at 91 with the fastball, and he got it past Pritchard to even the count. Blaze Spees at second, Kevin Watley at first for the Y'alls. The 1-1. Downstairs, 2 balls and a strike to Pritchard. It was so long ago, I'll remind you, Will Baker walked, Blaze Spees singled and brought home a run. Kevin Watley tapping an infield single of his own. The 2-1 swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jackson Pritchard, who's back behind the plate, and the 8-hole hitter for Brian White's Y'alls here in the middle game with Lexington. Righty deals. Pritchard fights, fouls this one off, and we'll see another 2-2 pitch. Mockman with the glove resting against his chest as he gets the sign. Sets, and the 2-2 to Mike Honcho. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Jackson down on strikes, and that will do it for the Y'alls in the first, but they do draw first blood. We go to the top of the second in a 2-0 game. Florence in front on the Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. Come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in Northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG.
It's not just a truck. It's a way of life. It's who you are. It's proud, free, wild. It's a brotherhood. The Brotherhood of Tacoma. For over 50 years, Toyota has built the best, most durable, go-anywhere, do-anything trucks money can buy. That's the Toyota Tacoma. The truck that feels like it was built for you, because it is. Built in the USA. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Find out more at your Toyota dealer or buy at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
For the right-hander Roger Bernal, who's back on the bump for the Y'alls in the top of the second, but he does have a 2-run lead. 2-0. Y'alls in front of the Lexington Las Leyendas. Aaron Brody and Paul Fritchner with you from UC Health Stadium. Just a gorgeous night yet again to play a game of baseball. 79 degrees, sunny skies. Fall has arrived in Florence, Kentucky.
We have really lucked out in this battle of the Bourbon Trail with this weather. Rain not really playing much of a factor at all.
It'll be Webb Little, Mike Millian, Jorge Pascual to hit for the Leyendas in this inning. First pitch to Webb, outside for ball 1.
Great crowd here tonight, Aaron.
Really good crowd here on a rockin' Saturday. The 1-0 pitch in on the hands and fouled off. A ball and a strike. Riding into his windup and the 1-1. Foul tipped into the mitt of Pritchard. 1-2 to Webb Little. The 1-2, close pitch, but outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The final line for the starter, Mike Hauschild, 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. 2-2 pitch, downstairs for ball 3. Leyenda starter knocked out of the game after just 2/3 of an inning, but Chris Mockemer striking out the first man he faced in Jackson Pritchard. To Strand, the bases loaded in a 2-run bottom of the first. Payoff at the chest, ball 4. Webb Little earns a free pass and will stand at first base for Mike Millian. First pitch to Millians above the belt. A 1-0 start. And I said it coming into the inning, but I'm thinking that long delay might have had something to do with the command issues for Roger Bernal here to start the second. Got to work himself back into a lather. The 1-0. Swung at and missed. Bernal faced just 4 batters and struck out a pair in his first inning of work. Did beam 1 batter, so it's been just 2 free passes, the 2 base runners for Lexington. So fastball misses upstairs for ball 2. Bernal's 2-1. Fouled over the screen and out of play.
That might be the closest foul ball we've had in a while. Perfectly arced, just a little over to the right. Eventually it's going to happen. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it can happen.
You know, I will say that for 2 years you've been saying eventually it'll happen.
Yeah, I don't know if it can.
I don't know that it can either. 2-2. Tempting pitch, but out for ball 3.
Because that one right there was about what it would take. That was about the most perfectly placed one, and even that one would have hit the awning over our heads. So
I know there's a lot of obstructions in the way. There's the netting behind home plate. There's the overhang of the awning on top of us.
It's almost like they want to keep us safe.
3-2's line down the third base line, but foul. I think that was just a happy accident.
Keep our technology safe here.
There's a lot of impressive technology on this desk.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the best thing if that happened.
2 laptops, a mixer board, the wireless mic. Don't forget the wireless mic.
It's true.
Payoff pitch. A chopper towards second. DeNicola Fields places a tag and will go to first, but not in time there. Heady play by DeNicola. Knew he had no shot at the double play if he flipped it to Watley or took it to the base himself for that matter. So he did the one thing he could to try to get 2 out of it. Tag the runner himself. Quickly fire it to first. But it still didn't happen. They do get the lead runner, however, so Millian swaps spots with Webb Little. Stands at first base as Jorge Pascual digs in. Bernal taking a look at Mike Millian, stepping off and lobbing one over to first base. Not the A move. First pitch to Pascual. Had the center of the plate, but was elevated for ball 1. Swung on and missed. A ball and a strike to the Leyendas DH. Bernal working quick. Sets, fires the 1-1, and will miss down and away. Picking to first. No play. Funny seeing the muscle memory take over for these base runners when they dive back in at first base. They get up and brush off their jersey and realize, oh yeah, it's turf.
Yeah.
2-1 finishes out for ball 3 to Pascual.
Makes laundry easier.
It does. Now the 3-1. Swung at, missed, 3-2. Another one of those games where it seems like every batter getting in there seeing 6, 7, 8 pitches.
Yeah, just like last night.
On both sides. Payoff on the way, swung on, missed for strike 3. Strike him out, throw him out, potential, but not going to happen. DeNicola couldn't swallow up the short hop to second base, so Millian will get the stolen base. And now stands at second for Colin Ludy with 2 dead. All on the first base side of the rubber, fires the first pitch. Called strike 1.
That's a good outside strike there on the outer half of the plate. If he can continue to get that call. We saw a very tight strike zone last night from Lyle Travis, but now his counterpart, Kerry Lyle, behind the plate.
Bernal's 0-1. A late swing. Quickly 0-2 on Colin Ludy as Bernal looks for the shutdown inning here in the top of the second. Y'alls in front 2-0, trying to keep it that way with the Leyendas having a man at second. Ludy goes down and gets one to fight and foul it off. Staying alive in the 0-2 count. Bernal has a certain pitch in mind. Couple of shakes, now a nod, and the righty sets at the belt. Pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Ludy down on strikes. And Roger Bernal has that total up to 4 after 2 clean innings of work. And the Y'alls come to the plate in the bottom of the second, already in front 2-0 on the Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2, quality at a price you can afford.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
2 hitters due up for the Florence Y'alls. Mitch Piotnik, Rodney Tinney, Harry DeNicola with Chris Mockmer back on the bump. Faced one batter in the first inning and got a strikeout in relief of Mike Hauschild, whose night was cut short after 2/3 of an inning. First pitch to Mike Piotnik. Fouled straight back.
You can see Luke Heyer at third base playing in on the infield turf. Maybe expecting a bunt down the third base line.
0-1 Bender's a strike. Mitch will be in an 0-2 count. Mockmer has a full windup. He's into it. Good changeup, swung on and missed. Piotnik down on strikes. They'll have to complete the K with a throw to first, and they'll do it. One away.
Well, a lot of strikeouts early on here.
Yeah, on both sides. Roger Bernal already with 4 through 2 innings. And through an inning and a third. That's strikeout number 3 for Y'alls hitters.
And Rodney Tenney does not mind taking his time getting up to the plate.
No, drop low goes on his own watch. First pitch to Rodney will bean him in the foot. He showed bunt, pulled back, and he'll have his base. Assuming they allow him, considering he did show bunt, but no issue here. He pulled back, and he has first base. Harry DeNicola to the plate with a man on.
So the press box informing us that it's drop 10, not drop low, and that's a 1, not a L, I guess.
Oh, what a bummer. I like to drop low so
did
much
I.
more.
Kind of rolled off the tongue.
We didn't have to hear that correction. We can just continue to go on.
Roll with it.
Wouldn't be the first time on this broadcast. DeNicola 1 for 1 with a sharp single. Here's his first pitch. Looked a little out. 1-0. DeNicola singling and scoring a run on the throwing error by Mike Millian in the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 pitch. Tinney takes off for second base. Cottom's hose looked good and was there in time. Tinney, a caught stealing for out number 2.
Colin Looney over to make the play easily. Tag applied. Tenney didn't get the best jump, but what a throw.
Cole Cottom with the gnarly mustache. Put it on the money. (2-0) to DeNicola. Elevated to left field. This ball's got some carry. Matt Cox, dead sprint, looking back, will play this off the wall. DeNicola on his horse to second base and sliding in safely there with his third 2-bagger in 2 nights as DeNicola stays locked in at the plate.
And that's a tough break after the caught stealing on the pitch before. Yeah, you can always second guess and say maybe that's not the pitch that Chris Mockemer would have gone with a man on base, but still, for what it's worth, a run would have scored. Likely.
No, absolutely. You're right about that.
That was a good carom off the wall for Matt Cox.
It's Mike Galino in the box now. He'll watch an early strike cross at the knees on the inner half for an 0-1 start. Mockemer comes set with the bounce and the 0-1. Breaking ball went wild. Galino beamed yet again. Both times up, he's worn a pitch, and he's walking to first base. And this is what the Y'alls can do. With 2 outs, they just find a way on, hand the bat to the next guy, and one timely hit can change the complexion of the game. Glove and past a diving Mike Millian into center. Harry will makes it a 3-0 game with a well-struck RBI single.
That had a couple of chances to be fielded. It went off the tip of Chris Mockemer's glove, then back up the middle. Mike Millian had a chance to dive and make the play, but it squeaked through both of them. Perfectly placed line drive. Now runners on the corners, another run in. That could not have been put in a better spot.
Opportunistic with 2. Runners on the edges for Will Baker. Pugh will take off on the first pitch. Breaking ball skips past Cottom, and sliding in safely is Mike Galino on the good dirt ball read. Y'alls in front 4-0. So Pugh now at second, and the count 1-0 on Baker. 1-0's downstairs. Make it 2 balls, no strikes on Will Baker. Pugh taking off on the pitch. Turned out to be a perfect pitch to go on, as it was a breaking ball on the turf that caught him bodied up, but it took a very Y'alls friendly bounce, as does this one that was downstairs for ball 3. Galino able to score as the ball was bodied. And Brandon Pugh at second, one of those guys teaching the class. "3-0 on the corner. 3-1 to Will. Taking off for third is Pugh, and he'll have it. He beats higher to the bag, and it's ball 4 to Will Baker. Pitch was upstairs, so runners on the edges again for Blaze Spees, as the Y'alls continue to make Chris Mockemer throw pitch after pitch with 2 outs. First pitch to Blaze, hanging breaking ball that was outside for ball 1, and Cole Cottom will run out and have a word with the right-hander. It's the flash at third base and Baker's dozen at first. The Kentucky Derby Day names for these Y'alls players.
Granted, we did have about a 15-minute delay because of the Derby so that the fans in attendance could watch, but with the delay, it's been about an hour to play these first 2 innings.
Fastball's outside. 2-0 to Blaze Spees.
The elongated games have been the theme of the week.
Now the 2-0. Line drive up the middle off Mockemer's glove again and into center field. Pugh scores. Station-to-station advancement for Baker and Spees. Runners at first and second, and the score now 5-0 Florence, still swinging hot sticks in the second. Good night for Blaze Spees already, 2 for 2 with 2 singles and 2 RBIs. Kevin Watley trying to keep a good thing going. The Y'alls sent 8 men to the plate in inning number 1, and Watley is the 8th man to come to the plate here in the second. So even around the Kentucky Derby delay, also long at bats for the Y'alls, taxing these pitchers. Breaking ball is a strike to Watley.
Mike Housechild threw 21 pitches through his first 2/3 of an inning. And Chris Mockemer here is up to 45. And they haven't even gotten the third out in the second inning.
0-1's inside.
I'm not the smartest guy, but 67 pitches would tell me that's a lot of pitches through an inning in 2/3.
It sure is. And that goes to credit the Y'alls and Mike Morris and that approach that he teaches. Late swing. 1-2 to Watley. So this is their brand on full display. You will see a lot more longer games when your MO offensively is to see as many pitches as these Y'alls batters all do. The 1-2. High fly ball into right field. Medium depth, but playable for Sam Little, who's camped and makes the catch for out number 3. The Y'alls look electric on offense after a sluggish night in the opener. They've already got 5 runs through 2 at-bats, and they lead the Leyendas 5-0 at UC Health Stadium on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels, with their gooey cheesy center, are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
Bill Cunningham, the great American for the Roar Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Roar at Roar Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Roar Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to roarins.com. Call Alvin Roar. Call the Roar Agency today.
Top of the third in the middle game between your Florence Y'alls and the visiting Lexington Las Leyendas. And I'm going to hand the reins of the play-by-play over to my partner, Paul Frischner.
Thank you, Aaron. Roger Bernal, after fighting through a long delay in the second inning after the Kentucky Derby was ran, he'll come out after an extended absence on the mound here in this inning after his team put 8 men to the plate in the bottom half of the second inning. Florence has scored in both trips up to the plate. 2 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second inning. 5 runs total on 6 hits. They've been helped by 1 Las Leyendas error. Roger Bernal has thrown 42 pitches through his first 6 outs, 25 of them for strikes. He has 4 strikeouts, 3 of them swinging. A lot of walk, and he's hit a batter too, but he's gotten out of only 2 situations he's been in with runners in scoring position, 1 runner in each inning. Got to second base, and it's Matt Cox, 9-1-2 due up, and Cox throws his back foot out and lines the first pitch into center field for a leadoff single, the first hit of the game for the Las Leyendas.
And it came on the knuckleball from Bernal. I was talking about it a little bit in our staff meeting pregame today that Roger does have a knuckleball that he throws in there, but he's not like the typical knuckleballer where you just see it pitch after pitch after pitch, maybe the rare fastball to play off it. He just mixes it in with his fastball and other off speed, but that one was too middle.
This game now 1 hour old as Cole Sturgeon steps in. Sturgeon, the lefty, struck out swinging to start the game. Takes ball 1 up and in, brushes him back. Here's the 1-0 from Bernal. Foul ball to the screen. Now, I mentioned before the Derby was ran that I had the 2 and 10 horses coming in second. Well, that couldn't have happened, as I realized right before the race that the 10 horse got scratched. So for any of you loyal listeners that may have also been tuned into that, that couldn't have happened. 4 horse fell down in the paddock before going out. 1-1 outside. Ball 2. I have to wonder what goes through those horses' heads. If only they knew.
Chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
You know.
2 balls and a strike to Cole Sturgeon. Bernal falls behind now 3-1 after the fastball sails out. Cole caught him waiting on deck. Then Luke Heyer after him if the inning gets there. Sturgeon, the lefty. He takes it deep to right center field. This will send Blaze Spees back This one all the way to the wall, and from center field, Brandon Pugh comes on, makes the catch, throws back to first. The throw, but Brandon Pugh called him off at the last second in the gap to make the catch.
Yeah, Brian White has a wealth of riches for guys that can play center field. Brandon Pugh, so electric out there. That speed, he gets to everything. He's a vacuum. And when you have Mitch Piotnik with all that athleticism and his ability to play center field at first base, you know you've got a really good one out there in Brandon.
Cole Cottom was hit by a pitch, now takes a breaking pitch for ball one. Easy take there. Cottom was hit and stole second, but Hire and Little both went down in order after him. Hire waiting on deck. The 1-0, a 74, a Bender drops into the zone. Ball and a strike with one down. Here in the top of the third, a 5-0 Y'alls lead. Swing and a miss. Bernal works ahead 1-2. It was a lefty-heavy top of the lineup last night. Left, then right before three straight lefties. To be fair, Cullen Large batting on the 2-hole, who's not playing tonight, was a switch hitter. Now the 1-2. Fly ball again to right field, but this time more shallow. Coming in is Spees. This is definitely his ball. Settles under for out number 2.
Major league fly ball there from Cole Cottom. Good 5 or 6 seconds of hang time, but too much and too easy for Blaze Spees, who got to the spot, put it in his back pocket. Talks about it last half inning for Bernal, or his last inning of work. The delay, maybe taking some time to get back on track. Well, I think he is in a rhythm again now. He's looking sharp in this inning, filing the outs away.
Luke Hire struck out looking in his first at-bat. Goes up swinging here and fouls it to the screen. Very good crowd here tonight. Love to see it on this gorgeous Saturday evening in Florence, Kentucky. Paul Fritchner, Aaron Brody with you. Mid-70s. Could not have asked for better weather this weekend. Labor Day weekend. No batting gloves at the plate. Hire. There goes the runner to second, but Hire spoils the pitch, foul over our heads. Matt Cox will retreat to first. Cox, the late addition to the lineup. He was not supposed to be in there tonight. Duran Elmore was supposed to be batting 7th, but then the 8 and 9 hitters, Pasquale and Ludi, got bumped up to 7 and 8. Cox slotted in the 9-hole. Singled on the first pitch he saw. Here's the 0-2 from Bernal. A check swing, it bounces in the turf, no appeal.
I wonder if it was another instance where a Leyendas player had a conflict with their work schedule tonight.
We have seen that here in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail. I don't remember what the work was or if we got
I don't think we ever were told.
Just called into work. Duty calls. Here's the 1-2 from Bernal. There goes Cox again, a check swing. He went. I think it was a strike anyway. Pitch down the middle. Kerry Lyle rings him up. That was strike 3. No matter what the decision on the swing was, Hire down looking again. His second time tonight. That's strikeout number 5 for Roger Bernal. And we'll head to the bottom of the third with the Florence Y'alls leading at 5-0 on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming. Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassidon.org for more information or to register online. Life, pass it on.
Back for the bottom of the third, and out of the bullpen, we have seen Chris Mockemer replace Mike Housechild for the Lexington Las Leyendas, Aaron. And Housechild only threw 21 pitches, 11 for strikes to start the game, and have to hope he's okay.
Yeah, you do. You never like to see a guy prompt his manager out to the mound and then exit after throwing 20-some-odd pitches in 2/3 of an inning. You know they had him slated to go a lot deeper into this game, but a guy like Mike Housechild, you're going to want to take every precaution necessary to keep that right arm in good shape. And Chris Mockemer struggled. High pitch count over his 1 1/3 inning, and they're already digging back into that bullpen. Joe Crisp taking over on the mound for Lexington, 5'10", 170 pounds, out of Sumter, South Carolina, and an alum out of Kentucky State University.
It's 8-9-1 due up. Pritchard, Piotnik, Tenney. And Mockemer starts off Pritchard with a ball up. Well, Pritchard up for the second time in 3 innings. He struck out swinging. He was the first batter to face Mockemer in that bottom of the first, 1-0. Pritchard thought about it, but held up. Still called a strike over the outer half. One. There's the swing and a miss, 80 miles an hour. Mockemer pulls the string. Pritchard swings right through it. And Pritchard down on strikes, and then the throw hits his bat and goes out into the field. Don't see that too much.
No, you don't. Pretty funny, though. Pritchard walking back, obviously frustrated with the result of the AB, and then actually winds up putting it in play as he walks back to the dugout. But just a fluky occurrence, and a funny one at that.
Batter to the plate is Mitch Piotnik. He takes the first pitch for a ball. Piotnik struck out his first time up. Again, the infield playing in on him. Piotnik fouls it away. Piotnik waiting again, 1-1. Swing and a miss. And should mention that it is Joe Crisp on the mound now for the Lexington Las Leyendas. 5'10", 170 from Sumter, South Carolina. And there's a swing and a miss. Piotnik down on strikes. Very efficient night, or start to the night for Joe Crisp.
Yeah, it might be the kiss of death, though. Mike Housechild struck out the first guy he faced, as did Chris Mockemer. So, you never know. Guys come out looking sharp, and these frustrating Y'alls hitters We'll quickly have him on the ropes in short order after such a strong complimentary effort through the first couple innings tonight.
The 1-0 here to Tenney. Doesn't get the call. And you can see Crisp there put his right arm out and say, where was that pitch? Looked to be right down the middle.
And you know, we'll get off it after this, but as I look out there at the drop low name on the board,
it's definitely drop low.
How do you get drop 10 out of that?
You don't. Should we just stick with it?
Yeah, we're going to ignore the rest of the press box.
Crisp taking the fastball and delivering it right down the middle. 2-1 now.
Or maybe the video room just made the same error.
I mean, that's not a 1 and that's not a 0. Again, I'm not the smartest guy, but I do know how to read. But if he wants drop 10, we'll go with it. High chopper, back up the middle. Chris Fields throws to first. And drop 10's retired. And we'll head on to the fourth. 5-0 Florence. They don't score in the inning. They had 2 in the first, 3 in the second. We'll move on to the fourth. Leyendas looking to get on the board themselves. We'll see if they can do it after this on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company.
Florence Freedom fans, Walt Kelsey here for Kelsey Chevrolet on Route 50 in Lawrenceburg. Proud sponsor of your Florence Freedom. We're just 15 minutes from Florence. Take 275 west to the Lawrenceburg exit. We can handle all your automotive needs. Sales, service, parts, and body shop. We are family owned and operated, and we offer a fresh approach. We'll treat you like family. Find new roads at kelseychev.com.
We are Kelsey Chevrolet, from our family to yours.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Top 4 here on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network on what has turned into a fun evening at UC Health Stadium. Florence Y'alls and the Lexington Las Leyendas playing the middle game of a 3-game series. Leading off for the Lexington Las Leyendas, it's Sam Little, and he fights the first pitch down the left field line. That one's dropping foul. Little popped out to the catcher to end the first inning. Quiet night offensively, Aaron, for the Las Leyendas so far.
Yeah, just one hit for them. They've had one guy reach base in every inning, but not enough to really start anything offensively. Got to be able to string some hits together. Which on the flip side, the Y'alls have done a much better job of tonight. Already 6 hits through their first 3 at-bats, and all 6 of those coming in their first 2. And they erupted for 5 runs out of the gates.
Little takes the 1-1 downstairs and now lines this one into left field, but foul. That allows Bernal to work ahead, a ball and 2 strikes.
We'll have to wait for Rodney to get settled and situated out there in left field as that ball bounced off the wall and went back on the field of play, resting up against the Arlinghouse sign out there in left.
It bounced right along the top of that wall, nearly a souvenir for the young fans down there on the hill. Here's the 1-2, fastball up and out. Little popped out to the catcher. Jackson Pritchard easily made the play. 2-2 inside. Count goes full. The 3-2. Grounded foul to the Florence dugout down the first base line. Again, an extended at-bat here. This will be pitch number 7 to Sam Little to start off the fourth. 5-0, Florence Y'alls leading. Field corner, fielded by Blaze Spees, but a stand-up double for Sam Little. And a leadoff base runner is aboard for the third straight inning.
Yeah, they've gotten that far. They've been able to get that first guy on, but Bernal's gotten tough. He's trusted his defense. Has also racked up some strikeouts tonight. Seems like gets his blood flowing when the inning turns a little bit more adverse. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Yeah, only the second hit for the Las Leyendas. Sam Little's twin brother, Webb Little, at the plate. He takes ball one up and out. Walked, but was tagged out going to second after Mike Millian grounded into a fielder's choice. A 1-0. Fastball away again, and Bernal struggled here in this inning locating that fastball. Webb Little waiting on the 2-0. Fastball over the outer half this time. You could see he was trying to go to that same sort of place, but this time brought it in enough to be called a strike. Locating a little better. Watley playing more up the middle at shortstop now. 2-1 to Little. Fly ball foul down the third base line, and Bernal works it even at 2-2. Top of the fourth, 5-0 Florence Y'alls leading this. 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second. Great crowd last night and another one tonight. Fireworks Friday last night. Concert after the game. 2-2. Line drive into center field on one hop. It'll get down in front of Brandon Pugh. Come up throwing to second. Sam Little goes second to third. Webb Little on first. And the first run of the game for the Leyendas is 90 feet away.
This is how you do it offensively. You string some hits together, you build that threat, and you do so early in the inning. Nobody out. This has become really tough for the Y'alls to navigate around this without allowing at least 1 run to score. But up 5 runs, you'd gladly trade an out for a run right here as Roger looks to attack Mike Millian low in the zone. Try to get that double play.
Millian reached on that fielder's choice as I just mentioned, and eventually was thrown out after he stole second base. Just was stranded there. Millian takes upstairs, a ball and no strikes to him. Runners on the corners, nobody out, top of the fourth. Bernal out of the stretch from the first base side of the rubber. Fastball low and away at 88 miles an hour.
Was a little bit surprised to not see Zach Getzey send Sam Little on that single. He's at second base, has a big lead. He's moving on the pitch. You knew it was getting down, but just coasted in station to station. Surprising.
2-0, down to the screen.
And we got the Y'alls here tonight scoring from second base on a ball that doesn't leave the infield. Brandon Pugh pulling that maneuver in the first inning. Just a difference in how you approach base running and that part of the game. It's almost like special teams in football. You can kind of overlook it, but if you focus on it and do it really well, you score a lot more runs.
2-1 on the way. Fly ball right center field. This should be playable. Over from right, Blaze Spees hauls it in. Runner tags from third. Sam Little scores, and the Leyendas are on the board after the sacrifice fly.
Well, the sac fly will make it a moot point. Gets the job done. Does plate that runner from third base, and the Leyendas are on the board. But as I mentioned, Bernal will take that. You'll trade the out for the run when you have 5 at your back. Still has a 4-run advantage and a double play set up with a good candidate in the box and the more slow-footed Jorge Pascual.
Pascual struck out swinging and takes another hack. Can't make contact there. Back in the second inning when he first came to the plate. Now the 0-1 pitch. Fastball. He challenges him right down the middle. Pascual does not swing. Finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Short lead for Little off first. Bernal buries the fastball on the turf. Oh and 2. Now to 1-2. Like to see him attack here. Try to get that strikeout. Conserve pitches. He's up to 75, so this may be his last inning. Nobody warming for Florence yet. 1-2. There goes Little to second. Ground ball up the middle. Fielded. Tag placed. Throw from DeNicola on to first. An inning-ending double play. That could not have been any more perfect. Bernal gets out of it in 76 pitches. And we'll go now to the bottom of the fourth. 5-1. Florence Y'alls lead it on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we inspire students to think beyond the classroom and redraw the bounds of what's possible for their future. Students are prepared for what it takes to succeed in their careers and in life. Nearly 99% of those who earn a degree from the Mount are employed, going to grad school, or volunteering within 6 months of graduating. This reflects the career certainty that comes from an education at the Mount. Connect with us today by visiting msj.edu.
BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. Come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2, quality at a price you can afford.
Well, Aaron, Henry Owens takes over on the mound this time for the Las Leyendas, and we'll see the lefty face 2, 3, and 4 here of this Florence lineup, and we've seen this lefty before.
Yeah, we absolutely have, and I'll tell you what, Lexington's done a great job finding the former major leaguer to fill out not just their Leyendas roster, but also that of the Lexington Legends, who have Brandon Phillips and Yvonne DeJesus and Eric Young playing for him right now. We saw Mike Housechild on the mound, the former Ranger, here to start the game tonight, and now it's the former Boston Red Sox, Henry Owens, who has struggled mightily here in Florence in games he's pitched in this Battle of the Bourbon Trail, and he'll get started facing a hot hitter in Harry DeNicola.
First pitch to DeNicola is outside for ball one. DeNicola, a single and a double with 2 runs scored. High fly ball on the 1-0. Straightaway center field. Sturgeon, 5 steps to his left, makes the catch.
First time DeNicola's been retired tonight. Just missed that one into the wrong part of the park to straightaway center. But it still sounds good off his bat. He's barreling everything right now. A double tonight, a single, 2 runs scored. Continuing to be a source of reliable offense for the Y'alls. Just not in this instance, in the 4th.
Golino has been hit by a pitch both times up tonight. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Probably like to get a chance to swing the bat here. Did score his last time up. 5-1 Florence Y'alls is the score. Golino takes a strike down the middle. Swing and a miss from Golino. Falls behind 1-2. A 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. An efficient at bat. Henry Owens making quick work of Mike Golino down on strikes.
Yeah, he looks a lot sharper tonight. Breaking ball's been good. Change up there, devastating. It's all about getting ahead of hitters for Henry Owens. He's not going to throw it past you. If he falls behind 2-0 and 3-1, he can run into trouble as he has in the Battle of Bourbon Trail, but when he's getting ahead of hitters, it can be a nightmare. He's got off speed for days. He's locating it here tonight.
Here's a bunt down the first base line from Brandon Pugh, and it just rolls foul at the last second. Almost a beautiful bunt. Would have beat it out, but it rolled foul.
And the crowd got behind it too. It's funny how in the game of baseball, a well-executed bunt can still be a really exciting play. And Brandon Pugh, that guy that can light up the crowd with it. That one rolled about 90 feet and went foul at about foot marker number 89. A hard drag there from Brandon Pugh.
Pugh has scored 2 runs tonight. A single, and reached on a fielder's choice. 0-1. Up and in. Florence hasn't had a base runner since the bottom of the second. 7 straight retired by Leyendas pitching. Owens in the 1-1. Lefty throws it 88 down the middle of the plate. The 1-2. Fastball up and out. Count even at 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. The 4-run lead for the Florence Y'alls. Fastball up now, runs the count full. So after it fell behind 1-2, will now be a payoff pitch with 2 down in the 4th. 5 runs on 6 hits for the Y'alls. Can amount a 2-out rally here. The payoff fouled off to the left side at 89 miles an hour. That upper 80s fastball. Here comes the payoff again, outside, and Pugh works the walk. He's been on all 3 times tonight.
It's always a good thing for the Y'alls, the way he can motor around the bases, put on the base running clinic. And we've seen how deadly the Y'alls have been tonight with 2 outs. They're really just getting started when that second out's recorded. All 3 runs scoring last inning after the second out in the frame. And I believe at least one of their 2 runs in the first scored with 2 outs as well.
That was a 7-pitch at-bat. Another long trip to the plate. Will Baker now, he's been on both times. He walked his first 2 times. Pugh takes off for second on the pitch and swipes it after the ball went down in the turf. Another stolen base for the Y'alls.
And as Brian White said, I believe when he was visiting with you a week ago, it can just be demoralizing for a team when you are able to just take that next base 1 pitch after the guy reaches. Defensively, it can just be like, here we go again. Getting turned stressful quick for Henry Owens.
The 1-0. It gets inside and gets to the backstop. A pass ball. Now Pugh's going to run home. The throw to the plate, and he's going to be out by a mile. Looking to be aggressive. He was out by a mile. I don't mind the aggressiveness there. Looking to create something, but that's how the inning ends. And we will head now to the 5th. The Y'alls up 5-1 on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
Roger Bernal is back out onto the mound for the Florence Y'alls here in the top of the 5th. Paul Fritchner and Aaron Brody with you on a fun Saturday night from Florence, Kentucky. It's 8-9-1 due up against Roger Bernal. The first pitch is a swinging strike as Ludi swings through it. Ludi struck out swinging his first time up. The 0-1. Fastball out this time. Again, a quiet night at the plate. Not much to mark in the scorebook going through. Out off into the Florence dugout. Off the end of the bat of Colin Ludi. There's the 1-2. Fastball to the backstop after the foul ball from Ludi, and Ludi.
Doesn't.
The sun shines bright. Come on, it's classic.
That just ruined it for everyone.
The 2-2. Foul ball outside. Or excuse me, fastball outside.
Are you noticing that the press box is upping the heckling of us during the call each
Oh, yeah.
night? It's like we're on the road every night.
Nobody ever said it would be easy. 3-2. Off speed at 73. Strike 3. Rung up. Ludi down on strikes. And now Bernal has some trouble, and Brian Jett, the trainer for the Y'alls, will go out. Don't know what the issue is here. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, he's looked good tonight. 6 strikeouts for him through 4 1/3 innings. Has the 4-run lead at his back and just needs 2 more outs to be win eligible tonight. And he's not going to be able to continue.
So he will exit, and you can see he's visibly frustrated. Probably wanted to be the pitcher of record here in the top of the 5th. He's 2 outs away from doing that. But at 82 pitches, he will exit the game. 50 of his 82 were for strikes.
And it should be A.J. Clayton's ball here with 2 outs to find in the 5th in a 4-run game.
So we will take a break and come back for the new pitcher, which we will introduce after see him out on the mound, still waiting on the pitcher to emerge. There he is. And now we'll take a break. Come back after this on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Toyota is making a difference right here in America, investing $23 billion, helping create over 470,000 jobs, building over 25 million vehicles here, including Toyota Camry, America's best-selling car, one of 11 different Toyotas built in the USA, with Toyota Care 2-year no-cost maintenance included. For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassedon.org for more information or to register online. Life.
Points, cash, gear, sports. With a Dick's Scorecard, you earn points on all your purchases and get 3% back in rewards and access to exclusive deals and events. It's simple. Points lead to cash to buy gear so you can play more sports. Get your Dick's Scorecard and start earning reward certificates today. Every season starts at Dick's.
It is indeed A.J. Clayton on the mound, as the player development's website predicted before the game. And Clayton, another arm we've seen here, Aaron.
Yeah, the math teacher who eats, I believe he said, 2,000 pancakes a year, and a coach in waiting, a tremendous coach in waiting, I should say, with David Heilbrunn going back to school for Dennis Pelfrey. Dennis is out, his assistant, and A.J. Clayton has stepped up. On nights that he's not in the bullpen or making the start, obviously. He's wanted to shadow Dennis, learn more about the game of baseball as Dennis Pelfrey sees it, which is always a tremendous idea for any sort of ex-ball player that wants to become a coach. Whether it's Dennis Pelfrey or Brian White, Chad Rhodes, all the coaches essentially, Mike Morris, here for this Battle of the Bourbon Trail, all tremendous resources to really elevate your understanding of the game, your baseball IQ, and Clayton has a tremendous one of those already, but only adding to it. But he's been kind of the right-hand man for the Freedom on their coaching staff when he hasn't gotten the chance to pitch. But even when he has played, this guy's productive. He's been a good find. He's made a couple of starts. He was last seen on this field in a Freedom uniform in relief, I believe on Thursday night, the finale between the Freedom and the Y'alls.
And showing bunt is the first batter to face him, Matt Cox, who pulls it back. Ball 1 to him. Cox singled and didn't get past first in the third inning. Led off with that single. And he takes a strike. Again, Cox was a very late sub into this lineup. Put him in about 10 minutes before first pitch. Here's the 1-1. Line to short on one hop. Watley gathers and throws. Little off to the right, but Piotnik able to stretch for the second out.
This is AJ's 6th appearance. He's made 3 starts this year. With that out, he's now up to 12 2/3 innings of work under his belt here in 2020. ERA at 4.38. 9 strikeouts to 4 walks, so a little over 2-1, but would like to see a little bit more strikeouts, a little fewer walks here in the later stages of the season.
Lineup turns over now for Cole Sturgeon. He takes a ball. Lefty is 0 for 2. Quiet night for him. Strikeout and a fly out. Now Sturgeon goes to left field. This could be trouble. Into shallow left field. Nobody there. It bounces fair. Kevin Watley was out for it. So was Tenney. And so was Will Baker. But sliding into second with a double is Cole Sturgeon. And with 2 outs, makes something of his night here in the 5th.
Yeah, he does, and he creates a little bit of life in that Leyendas dugout. You can kind of be lulled to sleep, and all the credit in the world to Roger Bernal for doing that. Bernal's final line tonight, 4 1/3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, and he did bean a batter. Man, he really held him in check, kept him at bay. And A.J. Clayton excuse me, 1 run and an earned run for Bernal on that line.
There's a massive cut. Swinging for the fences are the Leyendas here tonight. But Clayton, 1 pitch away, getting his team back into the dugout. The 0-2. Low at 80 miles an hour. One and 2 now still with 2 outs. Pitch, same location, low and away. Looking to get Cottom to chase. 1 run on 4 hits. Y'alls wearing those Northern Kentucky blue uniforms tonight. The 2-2 pitch. Lined into left field over the head of Watley at short. Tenney fields at third base. Sturgeon will be held up. Ball played back into the infield as Cottom stays at first. Runners on the corners now with 2 outs. Inning continues.
Still just 1 pitch away. Tough out coming to the plate, though, in the form of Luke Heyer. Had another quiet night, couple of strikeouts, bringing his strikeout total on the series up to 5 in 2 nights. But you can't take it for granted. This guy's got a lot of pop. Great hitter with guys on base.
Heyer, those 2 strikeouts tonight, takes ball 1. Both looking.
Yeah. Might have some problems with the zone, but got to protect with 2.
1-0 pitch. Swinging a foul ball to the backstop. A ball, a strike, 2 outs in the top of the 5th. 5-1, the Florence Y'alls lead it. Off-speed pitch goes outside. Not getting that call. Florence at 18-10 through the first 28 games of the Battle of the Bourbon Trail. 7-18 are the Lexington Las Leyendas. Hard ground ball down the third baseline and foul. It's hard to imagine that if this was a normal Frontier League season, this would be right around playoff time. Be in the playoffs right now if it was a normal year.
That is crazy to think, considering it still feels like the season's so new.
2-2. Weak fly ball into shallow center field. Right and center coming on. Spees from right makes the catch. Well, a dubious end to that inning. But both runners are stranded on base. Clayton gets them both. Leaves them out on the base paths. Now we'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Florence leading it by 4. It's the Florence Y'alls 5, the Lexington Las Leyendas 1 on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Bill Cunningham, the Great American for the Roar Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Roar at Roar Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Roar Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to roarins.com. Call Alvin Roar. Call the Roar Agency today.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
New pitcher on the mound, and this time it's Cole Sturgeon. Aaron, the center fielder, comes on to pitch, and another substitution on the mound, and he's the 5th pitcher tonight.
Yeah, and I kind of had a feeling it might turn into a Johnny Holstaff effort once Mike Housechild, beg your pardon, on the game mound as it was emergency relief situation. The Kentucky Derby kind of helped allow him more time, but they threw the script out the window at that point, and we've only seen Mockemer go an inning and a third. Crisp went just 1. Owens goes just 1. And what will be interesting to see is what happens with Cole Sturgeon after this inning of work, because Luke Becker takes over in Henry Owens' spot and is inserted into center field here. But Cole Sturgeon, the leadoff man, you don't want to lose that bat. Taking him out for a new pitcher, maybe Sturgeon just goes the rest of the way.
At some point, you're going to need somebody to give extended relief. 5, 6, and 7 due up here for the Florence Y'alls, and starting it off is Will Baker taking a strike. He's walked twice, gotten a third, gotten a second, has not scored. Sturgeon off the third base side of the rubber, pitching out of the stretch. 0-1, fastball low at 89 miles an hour. Good arm on him, as you might expect from somebody playing center field. So Sturgeon goes from center to the mound. Luke Becker now in center field. Foul tip into the Y'alls dugout. Very quiet. Just as I say that, there's a gap-splitting double for Will Baker. This one will roll all the way to the wall. He might try for 3. The throw on a couple hops brings Luke higher up the infield. That's not a double. That's a triple for Will Baker. He's been on all 3 times tonight.
Yep, 2 walks, and now the gap splitting triple. So getting back on track after a rare quiet night for Will last night. Here.
Blaze Spees takes a fastball up and in. Trademark new bat that Spees has been using over the last few games. Northern Kentucky Blue, as we have coined it here. Aaron. How's that trademark been coming as Spees takes a strike?
Still making my way through all the paperwork.
You got any connections in D.C.?
Absolutely zero.
No. It'd be a shame if somebody in this broadcast booth used to live out there. 1-1, a fastball outside.
That wouldn't be a connection.
No. Not that I have a bunch of people in the U.S. Patent Office on speed dial, although I don't think that's where you'd go for an idea like this. 2-1. Maybe you could patent the Crayola crayon. There's a foul ball down the third base line. It's a mix, or not necessarily a mix, but it splits the gap between sky blue and robin's egg blue. That's what you're going for. 2-2. Fastball out. Sturgeon, can't believe that one missed again. It's been a tight zone tonight. Now, do I have that right, or you're the mastermind behind this one?
Yeah, I think you're on the right track there.
Okay.
I mean, I probably could have said it better, but you're right there.
Per usual. Ground ball to first. Here comes Will Baker from third. Webb Little steps on first base, records the out, but Baker scores, and it's 6-0.
Yeah, and everything Blaze Spees hits right now turns to gold. That is his 3rd RBI tonight. Did the right thing, didn't try to do too much. He can give himself up, manufacture another insurance run with a productive out. It's exactly what he did. Found a pitch he could pull, which you don't see very often from Spees. He loves to shoot the ball to left field, but turned on this one, plates another run. Now has a 2-for-3 night, but 3 RBIs in that 6-hole.
Kevin Watley is 1 for 2. Single and a fly ball right. Fouls this one down the first base line, out of play. Bottom of the 5th, Paul Fritchner, Aaron Brody with you on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network. 6-1 Florence with a comfortable lead here halfway through the game. On pace for a 4-hour game here tonight, for what that's worth. 2 hours through the first 4.5 innings. A 1-1. Low and in again. Two balls and a strike. Swing and a miss for Kevin Watley. There's only 1 out in the inning. Jackson Pritchard waits on deck. He has struck out twice tonight. Tough thing for Jackson is he's been the first batter for 2 new pitchers. Both times he's come up, he's been facing a new arm on the mound. Watley takes ball 3. Trying to go that off speed and catch the outside corner. Drifted too far out. So now the payoff pitch from Sturgeon. This will be his 16th pitch already. The 3-2. Strike 3 called. And Watley down looking. First strikeout for Sturgeon on the mound. 7th strikeout as a team for the Las Leyendas.
You know, not to make your job a little bit more difficult over there doing the official scoring for us tonight, but I'm still kind of thinking about the options with Becker now in the game. I bet you he's in the DH spot for Jorge Pascual, the DH and the pitcher connected. So that's a way to have Becker's bat in there and not lose Sturgeon's as you burn your DH with the substitution.
First pitch to Pritchard, a called strike. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Fastball in by his knees, ball 1. I'll just hand the play-by-play over to you. Good thing we're going to the 6th. Ball and a strike. 2 outs. Fastball out.
It'll just be that moment of truth when fastball spots due up. Will it be Becker there?
Another
I would
little
imagine so.
Peek behind the curtain for those listening. Double here as the official scorer. 2-1. Ground ball back up the middle. At short, Ludi throws on to first. And I'll mark that one down as a 6-3. And we'll head to the 6th. Florence adds a run. It's now 6-1 Y'alls. And Aaron Brody will take you through the 6th and 7th innings when we come back on a fun Labor Day Saturday here at UC Health Stadium.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company.
Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels, with their gooey cheesy center, are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
To the 6th we go. Florence Y'alls leading at 6-1 on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network. And in for the play-by-play for the next couple innings, it's Aaron Brody.
Well, thank you, Paul. It's Mini Horse back on the mound here on Derby Day. A.J. Clayton, second inning of work. This will be his first full frame in on relief of Roger Bernal here tonight. The starter going 4 1/3 innings. Clayton finding the last 2 outs in that 5th. And with that, the pitcher of record in this game as he stares in at Sam Little. First pitch, a good swing and a line drive belted foul for an early strike. It's the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for the Leyendas, the Little brothers and Mike Million.
When you said Mini Horse, I was scrambling looking at the score sheet here, thinking I had to make a substitution that I didn't have in front of me. Forgot for a second what the promotion was here tonight at UC Health Stadium.
Still got the complete list. We'll start mixing them in a little more regularly since we've only gotten through a few of them tonight. Some of these are just classics. The players all choosing a horse name here on Derby Day as a breaking ball gets a big swing and a miss, pushing Sam Little into the 0-2 abyss. Score is 6-1. Y'alls in front by 5 here in the top of the 6th inning. 9-inning affair on tap tonight. The 0-2. That's out for ball 1. It's a rockin' Saturday here at UC Health Stadium. Jason Owens will be on the loud and clear soundstage, taking you through an acoustic set. Once the final out's recorded tonight, the 1-2 pitch called strike 3 on the outside black. Little down on strikes. First K of the night for A.J. Clayton, and it brings up Webb Little. Nobody on and 1 dead.
There's a lot of rules that go into naming a thoroughbred horse. Take me probably the whole half inning to read off this list here. Don't know if all of the Florence Y'alls met those requirements.
The 1-0 pitch, called strike on the outside corner. An even 1-1 count. Webb has walked and singled tonight. And each time he got on, he was erased at second base in the frame. The 1-1 pitch. This one's hit well down the line in right field. This is going to get down. Blaze Speed's now in front of it. Little on his horse to second. There's going to be a play there, and it's not going to be in time. Sliding double for Webb Little.
That was nearly a remarkable throw from right from Blaze Speeds. Well, it was. It just wasn't in time.
A one-hopper right to Watley covering the base. The Little got the foot in there with that feet-first slide. And he will stand at second for Mike Millian.
That's the kind of throw that can catch a scout's attention. If anybody's here watching this game, that was a bullet of a throw right on a line. One hop, easy to field.
First pitch to Mike. Called strike on the outside edge. It'll be 0-1. Mini horse throwing to Mike Honcho behind the plate. Breaking ball is hit hard to third base. Will Baker bodies it up, recovers, fires, and in time. Good play by Will Baker to stay with it. Ball was hit on the screws, took a short hop. He wore it off the chest, got to it quickly. Still managed to look the runner back at second and uncorked a hose to first for the second out of the frame.
And Pasquale still is the DH.
Yep, so the plot thickens. Jorge Pasquale in there now. First pitch to him, a line drive. This one looks like it's got gap written all over it. It's in right center field. This will score the run. Brandon Pugh collects and will fire to second. Pasquale satisfied with the RBI single. I've got more bad news to report. I'm thinking I see what happened with the Leyendas here, and we were wrong. Colin Ludy went from short to center field. Luke Becker still is not in this ball game. It's Colin Ludy in the box. Man at first, 2 outs in a 6-2 game. Breaking ball will start him 0-1. The 0-1 now, good breaking ball. Will cross for strike 2. Clayton's 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. A strikeout will end the frame. Jorge Pasquale stranded at first base, but the Leyendas do get one back. Make it a 4-run game. 6-2 your score as the Y'alls come to the plate. Bottom 6 in Florence, Kentucky on the Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassedon.org for more information or to register online.
We're just 15 minutes from Florence. Take 275 west to the Lawrenceburg exit. We can handle all your automotive needs. Sales, service, parts, and body shop. We are family owned and operated, and we offer a fresh approach. We'll treat you like family. Find new roads at kelseychev.com.
We are Kelsey Chevrolet, from our family to yours.
Wholesale substitutions for the Lexington Las Leyendas. This is fun to try to keep up with, but we'll run you through all the new guys on the field for Lexington. Jorge Pascual was the DH to start. He's now at first base. Catching behind the plate is another new guy. Bobby Crisp checks in, unless he's just warming up the pitcher. But Mike Millian moves from second to third. Orveo Saint enters the game at second. It is Colin Ludy moving to the outfield, and he did that last inning when Cole Sturgeon took over on the mound. And Sturgeon's now been burned, because there's another new arm throwing for the Leyendas in this inning. And it could be Jordan Clark. There's no number 30 on the roster, but 30 is pitching. We're going to go with Jordan Clark. He's the only guy that didn't have a number included. He's a right-hander, and this guy looks like he could be 5'11", 185 pounds. It's exactly what I would guess as I look at him from the bird's eye view. Mitch Piotnik in the box to lead things off, showed bunt and jumped out of the way like Spider-Man to avoid wearing the first pitch fastball from Clark. Clark out of Carnersville, Indiana, Franklin College. So the Leyendas are emptying the benches in this 6-2 game. The Y'alls lead. Breaking balls down in the turf for ball one to Piotnik. Here's a ball turned on by Piotnik, but fouls. It skips into the seats, and now back onto the playing field. So again, we'll reset the infield for you for Lexington. At third base, Mike Millian. At shortstop, Zach Hurley, who's actually a pitcher on the roster. At short, Orveo Saint at second, and Jorge Pascual at first. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and it is Bobby Crisp staying in the game behind the plate as the catcher. So by my count, Cole Cottom is no longer in the game. Surprising bat to take out when you trail by 4. Fastball's buried in the turf for ball 3 to Piotnik. Webb Little's also out of the game. Pascual takes over at first base. Payoff pitch to Mitch, fouled off, rolling down the third base line. And the new pitcher, Jordan Clark, in for Cole Sturgeon. So only about a third of the lineup rolls over here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Payoff again, way upstairs, and that's a walk. To Mitch Piotnik to lead off the Y'alls side of the 6th, and back to the top, and Rodney Tinney, the man aboard, nobody out. Tinney in the box. First pitch. Will brush him back and get to the backstop. It caromed off the mitt of Bobby Crisp, and Mitch Piotnik will take second. So a couple of the casualties in the wholesale changes are the 2- and 3-hole hitters and the 5-hole man in Webb Little. Changeup misses upstairs for ball 2 to Tinney. His count 2-0. Fastball is called a strike. Two and 1 to Rodney. Time called in the box. Yeah, I don't know if this is just going to be kind of a wheels off, let us do this because there's no league official and no real rules. But your DH can enter the game, but if that happens, as it has here with Pasquale at first base, that means the pitcher is going to hit. So we could have a pitcher come to the plate for the first time in this Battle of the Bourbon Trail as Tinney lays a bunt down and pushes it foul. But that's if we're going by the actual rules of baseball, and who knows? We might not be. But interesting, to say the least, that the leadoff man and Cole Sturgeon's now out. Cole Cottom out. Hire out. Webb Little out. It's 4 guys and your first 5 hitters out of the game in the 6th, trailing by 4 in the middle game of a series that you would hope not to lose in the middle game. Bobby Crisp calls time. He'll go out gas booth and show you Paul is. That would be next level trolling.
Flying by the seat of our pants here on the
when
Battle
aren't
of
we?
the Bourbon Trail.
Tinney back in the box. He utilized the break in the action to walk back Ree Pinetar. Now is 2-2. Runner takes off. It's popped up third base side, but this will find the seats. Mitch Pionic at second base. There's nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. Y'alls in front 6-2, trying to add to their lead. 2-2 pitch. Hit hard to short. Pionic taking off. Will be at third base, and Tinney's thrown out at first. In steps Harry DeNicola, or Sprinkles, here on Derby Day. I think he got the short end of the stick on the horse names.
Kind of an alpha move just to claim something like that.
Bender a called strike.
Did they have a list to pick from, or did they just?
No, you got to choose. So he chose this.
All right.
Although there was the one asterisk, the players that didn't choose, who they never gave me a list of, Nico in the front office picked for him.
Well, I wouldn't put this one past a Nico selection.
Breaking ball was out for ball 1. So the count 1-1 on Sprinkles. Pitch. Bender fouled back. It'll be 1-2. Yeah, no way of knowing the players who picked their horse name versus the ones that were chosen for them, if you will. The 1-2. Inside breaking ball turned on to second. Orveo Saint boots it, and the run will score. Piotnik crosses home, make it 7-2 Y'alls, and DeNicola aboard at first on the E4 by the man who just checked in this inning, Orveo Saint.
That's a routine ground ball that, frankly, has got to be made.
The air brings up Mike Galino. Breaking ball on the first pitch to Mike in the turf for a 1-0 start. Clark sets above the belt. 1-0 outside for ball 2. Galino 0 for 1 and has been beamed twice. Late swing. 2-1. Double play depth up the middle for the Leyendas. Pasquale holding DeNicola on at first, and Mike Millian a few steps behind the bag at third. Clark sets ahead of a 2-1 pitch to the Italian Stallion. And it's sprayed foul. Off to the right.
You like the Rocky movies?
Love them.
Oh, so do I. Just making
Love
sure
'em.
we were on the same page.
That's a good choice for Mike Galino. Two in the turf for ball 3. Yeah, my family dog, the first dog I ever got. I was in 7th grade. He's still alive, still with us. Named him Rocky. And actually we would call him, he's a miniature schnauzer, and we always called him the Italian schnauzer, Rocky Balbrotti. Fastball's fouled back to the screen.
Wow.
And he is every bit the legend that Rocky was.
Rocky
16
Balbrotti.
years old and counting, yeah.
I was going to guess 17. 16. Holy cow.
17 next April.
What kind of a dog?
Miniature schnauzer. 3-2, hammered foul again.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
Good for Rocky.
From 7th grade to now pretty much on the doorstep of being a 30-year-old man. And Rocky's still larger than life. Payoff to Mike. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 away. And Brandon Pugh to the plate. The Flash will get a 6th inning at bat facing Jordan Clark. Back foot breaking ball. 1-0 to Brandon Pugh.
784 people here tonight, Aaron, but it sure seems like a lot more than that.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that number as well. The 1-0 tonight. I still want to relay because they're just golden. But Marty Anderson might have the best. The 1-1. Breaking balls outside for ball 2. You know, Marty's no longer with us in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail. Had family matters to tend to back home in Georgia. Obviously the really good left-handed pitcher. His horse name here on Derby Day, the lefty that left. 2 1s waved at and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces all over the board.
So how long have we been curating that line?
You down on strikes. And that will do it for the Y'alls in the 6th. So we go to inning number 7. All Y'alls 7-2 at UC Health Stadium on the Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
BRG is locally owned and operated. The community's 24-hour emergency maintenance, located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in Northern Kentucky. We have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG.
It's not just a truck. It's a way of life. It's who you are. It's proud, free, wild. It's a brotherhood. The Brotherhood of Tacoma. For over 50 years, Toyota has built the best, most durable, go anywhere, do anything trucks money can buy. That's the Toyota Tacoma. The truck that feels like it was built for you. Because it is. Built in the USA. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Find out more at your Toyota dealer or buy at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Stadium, the Florence Y'alls looking for a weekend series victory in the middle game with the Lexington Las Leyendas. A.J. Clayton back out for more on the bump. He was the piggyback starter tonight. Him and Roger Bernal to go all 9 in this one. Bernal exiting injury issues after 4 1/3 as a fastball will paint the outside corner to the leadoff man for Lexington in the 7th, Matt Cox. It'll be an 0-1 start. Now the 0-1 pitch, ground ball back up the box and off the shin of Clayton, caroming in to right field. This will be a single. Harry DeNicola gets to it with a slide from second. And the leader will reach and bring up Jordan Clark, the pitcher from a half inning ago, is in the spot previously occupied by Cole Sturgeon. As I told you, when you bring your DH into the game, you burn him. So Jordan Clark will wave the bat here at the top of the A.J. Clayton will get the chance to throw a few warm-up pitches since he did wear that comebacker off the shin. Riding high on adrenaline, he tells Brian Jett after 1 pitch, yeah, I'm good, let's go. Brian Jett, of course, the illustrious trainer here in Florence, who's done a tremendous job as usual, keeping these players on the field and handling those that do have the injuries that crop up. Runner takes off in the first pitch. Clark hits a high fly ball into center. Easy play for Brandon Pugh, who's camped and makes the catch. 1 away. Now hitting in Cole Cottom's spot in the batting order, the man who checked in for him behind the plate, Bobby Crisp. We're at the 2-hole of the belt for ball 1 to Crisp. 2 Crisps on this Leyendas roster, and we've seen them both tonight. Jordan Crisp pitched after Chris Mockemer, and now Bobby Crisp in to catch. Breaking balls down and away. Before you ask, I'm not sure if they're also brothers. But the last name Crisp can't be all that. 2 O's fouled away, 2-1.
Unless 2 different Crisps are from South Carolina who both went to Shelby County High School, I would imagine that those 2 are related.
I think we need more proof.
Not twin.
Makes all the sense in baseball.
Dad could be the batter. Hit some tanks and eventually
turn his 2 kids into pros.
There you go.
2-2.
Hope that fan is okay down there.
We got ice. Front, top 7. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. A strike him out. And that'll be it. Safe it.
Changes galore here in this inning.
We foreshadowed it with all the new blood into right center field. This one's going to get down. Should score the run, and it will. The relay will be to second base, and it's a 7-3 game as Orveo Saint sees 1 pitch and contributes to pull the Leyendas 1 run closer in a 4-run affair. To Mitch Piotnik at first. He'll step on the bag, and that is your inning. On to the 7th inning stretch. Y'alls lead this one 7-3 on the Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. And stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest. Now come to Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2, Quality at a price you can afford.
Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Leyendas, a pitcher will come back out. Chris Mockemer, well, I guess technically would have gone in two separate. Got the final out in the first and all three outs in the second, but then Jordan Crisp, Henry Owens, and Cole Sturgeon all going just one inning before this guy, Jordan Clark. He faced swing and a foul ball back to the screen. Another good night for Will Baker. A triple and a run scored, 2 walks. He's 1 for 1 and been on base all 3 times. Here in the middle game with Lexington, score is 7-3. Y'alls in front, swinging the sticks in the bottom. In on the hands, popped up, throw.
Well, a fan from the last inning was okay, got the souvenir, but now a couple of kids onto the dugout, and one gets the ball.
He earned that one.
He did. Many twists and turns and things happening. This is felt. Funny how things work out like that sometimes, Aaron.
Funny indeed. Clark shaking intently. He knows the pitch he wants. Hoping at some point Bobby Crisp will flash the sign. He never did, so he stepped off. 2. Here comes Clark. Fastball out for ball 1. Baker goes after an outside pitch, flies it in foul ground on the first base side, and it'll one hop into the party patio, which will be the place to be when that third out is recorded in the 9th. It's Jason Owens fires up his acoustic set on another rockin' Saturday here in Florence. Even in a COVID year, Firework Fridays and Rockin' Saturdays a staple. Here's a swing and a line drive, hit well into center field, but too much air underneath as Colin Ludy gets to it. Ranging to his right. Baker's retired for out number 1.
For a brief moment there, I misheard you and thought you said Jake Owens, and I was going to be like, well, that's quite the get.
He is a country act, but Jason Owens, I think he could be Jake Owens one day. He's really good. He came out a couple of different times during the Y'alls Kentucky Grill before the season was cleared. I like him. Breaking balls upstairs on the first pitch to Blaze Spees, who's had a great night. 2 singles, 3 RBIs. It's 2 for 3. The 1-0. Hammered down the line and right, but it'll be foul.
So what's the playlist looking like? You remember?
He's got a few of the songs that he wrote, and he has been on B105 in Cincinnati. They'll bring him in to do live sets sometimes on the morning show. The 1-1 grounded foul past first again. But he'll do a lot of the popular today's country. I did give him $5 to play some Eric Church. I remember that during the Kentucky Grill. He played Springsteen.
There we go.
But he'll also, memory serves, range in to rock songs, but does it with an acoustic flair. So even that's entertaining. I think he did a little bit of Nirvana. He can do it all. 1-2 pitch, hammered foul. Down that right field line again. For a guy that loves to shoot the ball to left, Spees has turned and turned and turned on pitches from Jordan Clark in this at bat. Now the 1-2 upstairs. Got a flinch from Spees, but he kept himself in check.
My one little claim to fame from Nirvana, famous drummer Dave Grohl, grew up right down the street from me back home in Virginia.
Wow. 2-2, fouled back to the screen.
I actually didn't know that until about a year and a half ago. I was reading an article about him, and he was talking about growing up in Northern Virginia, and I put the pieces together of where he was talking about, and it was right down the street.
For ball 3. Well, I guess your community must not have really shown much love for you to be able to make it to about, how old are you? 22, 23?
23.
And you just found this out. I mean, this guy is a drummer in a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band, and no like statue, no billboard, no.
It's a busy area. The one thing that maybe one of the reasons I think it may have slipped underneath my radar is this will be world famous high school, public high school in Northern Virginia, Thomas Jefferson, one of the best public high schools in the country. Incredible high school out there, and even though it's public, you can apply to go there.
Here's a hot shot past a sliding backhand of Orveo Saint and into right center field. Spees can move, and he's going to slide in safe at second. That'll be a double. Saint probably feels like he should have made the play, but that was not a routine play. Got past him, and Spees thought 2 out of the box and made it so.
And on the 10th pitch of that at-bat, made something happen, ripped a line drive into right field. But anyway, yeah, just to tie a bow on that story, Grohl went to Thomas Jefferson, not to the high school that he should have gone to, so maybe had he gone there, there would have been something, but either way.
Is that not just in the same community, Thomas Jefferson, like he traveled?
It's probably 10 or 15 minutes down the road, but it's
okay,
still
not good enough. Not good enough. Here's a swing from Kevin Watley and a line drive into right center field. Falling down in right is Sam Little. Watley's going to try to stretch that into a double. Throws on him at second, and he's out, but Blaze Spees does score. The score will be 8-3 Y'alls on the RBI single from Watley, who was gunned at second, getting a little greedy. Love the hustle. And Sam Little did make that play look very difficult. Pritchard will dig in. Nobody on and 2 dead. But the Y'alls now up 5 here in the bottom of the 7th. Breaking ball is called a strike. 0-1.
In my defense, though, Northern Virginia being such a busy area, you can go every 3 miles pretty much, it feels like. There's a public high school with 3,000 or 4,000 students.
Breaking ball is fouled back. Well, someday when you become world famous, I'm sure you'll have a plaque or something, City Hall.
Yeah.
Sign when you enter the community. Home of Paul Fritchner.
Throw it on my street, maybe. Qualify, maybe.
Maybe in your parents' front yard.
Yeah. Childhood house.
0-2 pitch is popped up and will be foul into the seats on the first base side.
I'm still waiting on the Aaron Brody Memorial Press Box at Mason High School. That'll come eventually.
They're very late. They're really making me think it just might never happen. Clark teams and play chippy series after chippy series because they just downright frustrate you on the field. Pitchers especially. The 0-2. Downstairs. Now the 1-2. Sailed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pritchard 0 for 3 tonight. The ground out and a pair of Ks.
It's pretty wild on this Las Leyendas roster that we have 2 sets of brothers.
It is.
Set of twins, and
breaking balls nowhere close. 57-footer will be ball 3 and a full count now to the catcher.
Between Webb and Sam Little, the twins, and Joe and Bobby Crisp, brothers separated by 3 years.
You're calling him Jordan Joe now? You guys buddies or something? Pritchard works the walk. My bad. I guess I've said it wrong then. I thought it was Jordan.
No, that's Jordan Clark.
Jordan Clark.
Folks, it's been a long night here at UC Health Stadium.
No one's listening anyway. Breaking ball on the first pitch to Mitch Piotnik. Fouled off. He'll fall behind 0-1. Give it to you.
Well, we try to keep ourselves honest here. You
Yeah,
kept
we
me
do.
honest earlier.
Breaking ball is too far in.
I had Chris Mockemer pitching for nearly a half an inning after you had already introduced Joe Crisp on the mound.
Hope I didn't say Jordan then. 1-1, fouled straight back. Now this Battle of the Bourbon Trail has been so much fun to broadcast.
It has.
It's been a laugh a minute, a lot of memories, and a lot of good baseball that we've gotten to see. Especially from the teams we cover. The Y'alls and the Freedom. 1-2. One hopper to second. Saint will field this one and fire to first in time. Piotnik dove, but not quite there soon enough. We go to inning number 8. 5-run game. Y'alls in front 8-3 as they look for a series victory in the middle game of a weekend series with the Lexington Las Leyendas on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels with their gooey cheesy center are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems. Using cold form steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
Bill Cunningham, the great American for the Roar Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Roar at Roar Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Roar Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to roarins.com. Call Alvin Roar. Call the Roar Agency today.
Top 8 in Florence, Kentucky. And here's Paul Fritzner.
Thank you very much, Aaron, as we head in here to the 8th inning. Sean Hughes, the new pitcher. And have a couple of defensive substitutions, I believe, down at third base or behind the plate. Umpire just pointed to a substitution on the left side.
Dakota Hunley checks into the game at third base for the Y'alls. And that will move Will Baker to second. So Hunley checks in the game for Harry DeNicola here in a 5-run game in the 8th inning. Oh, Johnny Knight now in the game and left as well. So Johnny Knight and Dakota Hunley both check into the game. And they both are on the left side of the field. Tinney moves to center from left. Actually, no, that's inaccurate. Johnny Knight in for Tinney in left field.
Sean Hughes, first pitch delivered to Webb Little. That one taken for a ball. 7-3 the score now. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. There's a foul to the backstop. Hughes working ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. There's the 1-2 pitch from Sean Hughes, the righty, off the first base side of the rubber. Foul ball again.
This is Zach Hurley hitting in Webb Little's spot. Checked in back in the 6th inning at shortstop.
And Hurley grounds to third. The throw across Dakota Hunley into the game makes the play 5-3.
Ball always finds the new guy. Dakota Hunley was the man for the job. He's looked good at third base. He made a Sports Center top 10 worthy play in that Freedom Series in game 1 of that day-night doubleheader on the headlong dive towards third base. Swallowed up a short hop, got to the feet, made the strong throw to first. He can flash the leather over there.
It's Mike Million batting now. He takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. 1 away, top 8. There's a strike to even the count. Million tonight. He's reached once. Drove in a run in the 4th, the sacrifice fly. Grounded out the 3rd and the 6th. Swing and a miss. Big whiff there. Score 8-3, Florence Y'alls. Ground ball to short. Over toward the hole. The throw on and underneath the glove of Mitch Piotnik. An error on the throw from Kevin Watley. And that allows Million to reach. He's 6 there. Jorge Pascual stays in there. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Pascual tonight. Grounded into a double play. He struck out. He singled. And takes strike 1. Sean Hughes, a tall righty, looking to get a ground ball and get his team right back into the dugout for the bottom of the 8th. Here's the 1-1. Chopped foul behind the plate. He was working ahead. Ball and 2 strikes.
A.J. Clayton going 2 2/3 in relief tonight behind the starter Roger Bernal. Allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, both those runs earned. Did not walk anybody and struck out 3. Good work from the piggyback starter and A.J. Clayton today. Really seen 2 good performances on the mound, and Bernal and Clayton both.
A 1-2 from Hughes. There goes the runner to second. Pitch was strike 3. Pascual down on strikes, but Mike Million in beating the throw to second base. That's a stolen base for Million to put a runner in scoring position. Double-digit strikeouts now for Florence pitching. And Colin Ludy now the last hope in the 8th. Las Leyendas with only 4 outs left to try and make up 5 runs. Ludy 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, looking to avoid the golden sombrero. Falls behind 0-1 on a swing and a miss. Two down here in the 8th. Runner in scoring position is Mike Million. The 0-1. Pop foul to the right side, and now Ludy will have to battle in an 0-2 count. Florence looking to notch their 19th win of this Battle of the Bourbon Trail. The 0-2 to Ludi. Pop foul down the right. I'd love to go back into the depths of the scorebook and see how many foul ball buttons I've pressed tonight. There's a swing and a miss. Ludi, the golden sombrero, 4 strikeouts on the night. And we'll go to the bottom of the ninth. Sean Hughes works a pretty efficient 4-batter inning there, works around the error. A couple of strikeouts, and we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. 8-3 Y'alls on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with Translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming. Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassidon.org for more information or to register online. Life, pass it on.
The 8th inning, trying to get a number here on this hurler for the Las Leyendas.
Well, looks like it's number 6, but unless that's Ben Revere,
oh no,
I don't think we have the accurate jersey number.
Well, this could.
We've already burned Jordan Clark, who's the only pitcher without a jersey number on the roster, so.
It's definitely not Walter Talcott. He pitched last night.
There's a good chance this is just a position player who is coming out to eat an inning and what could be the Y'alls' last at bat of the night here in the 8th. It has been just one new arm after another. The one thing you can say is nobody's been used excessively. So all these guys should be available for at least another inning tomorrow. But my word, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pitcher number 7 for the Leyendas tonight, and we're in the 8th. I've run out of pitchers' lines in this Major League scorebook, which tells you one thing. Teams don't usually have 8 guys come in to pitch.
And it's Johnny Knight, the 4th, taking a strike here to begin his at-bat.
It's a very slightly built right-hander.
I just wrote new pitcher in my scorebook. Nothing really else to work with there. 0-1 is calling a ball low and in. So a ball and a strike here to Johnny Knight, the 4th. Replaced Will Baker. There's a called strike. The 2-2. Down again. Unbelievable. These batters are right on these pitches tonight. Making contact. Here's the 2-2. Outside. Keen eye for the strike zone. Kerry Lyle has not expanded the zone as we've gone into these later innings. It's been tight one. Hard grounder to short. Zach Hurley throwing to first. Knight is retired.
The dead of the night gave it a good hard 90.
Well, that's a unique one. Horsey McHorseface. Dakota Hunley's go-to derby name tonight. Swings through strike one. Replacing Blaze Spees in the order. And a liner into left, and it gets down, and it gets by Matt Cox all the way to the wall. A single, and he's going to try his luck for third, but he'll stop a third of the way there and go back to second. So a single, and he gets to second on the error. Cox completely misjudged that ball off the bat, and it bounced right at his feet. And the first pitch is a pitch, a fastball up and out. And that one up and in now. Bottom of the eighth inning here. Florence on top by 5. Line drive into center, and that one hangs up into the glove of Colin Ludy for out number 2.
Hit it too hard. A little too much hang time as Ludy got to it coming in. But good piece there for Mike Galino. If that is his last at bat tonight, he'll feel very good about how he squared it up. That's for sure.
And it's Brandon Pugh here. Last hope in the 8th. Pugh tonight has scored twice. Walk, a single, grounded into a fielder's choice. Pugh flies this one foul down the left field line. Knight the 4th was replacing Rodney Tenney, so I stand corrected on that one. And Dakota Hunley replacing Harrison DeNicola.
Yeah, that was a savvy move by B. White defensively in the top half of the 8th. Those two guys leading off the inning, substitute for them, so Hunley and Knight got in a bat, guaranteed.
Fly ball foul down the left field line.
Sure you're burning through that eraser tonight.
I am. I will tell you what. Actually, I had to take a look at it in the 6th inning and see. I've probably gone through about a third of it.
These mechanical pencils, it smears, ends up muddying up the book.
Aaron, it's a wreck. We're off the rails. The 0-2 bouncing in the turf. Appreciate everybody bearing with us through our substitutions in mass tonight. Scorebook is all over the place. Scoring app here on the phone. We're doing the best we can, especially considering that pitcher on the mound is not on the roster. So entered as new player. But what we do know is that Brandon Pugh just lined this one into left field, and again an error in left by Matt Cox. This one gets all the way to the wall. Pugh going to third. They're going to keep him at third. He likely would have been out by a mile at the plate, but that drives in a run. Pugh gets to third, a single, and gets to third on the error.
Turf plays fast. Line shots are going to take a really big skip hop on that first one. And each time, it's burned him.
So now it's Will Baker, who is still in the game, as you can tell here. Count even at 1. 77 miles an hour off speed.
As you can tell here.
I'm trying.
Oh, man.
1-1. Swing and a miss.
Oh, boy.
9-3 the score. Y'alls lead it with extra insurance run 90 feet away. They have to get the last 3 out on and miss. Strike 3. Down on strikes goes Baker, and we'll head to the 9th. Florence 9. Las Leyendas 3 on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation grooming. Your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-2. They want to see those waggling tails soon. No, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassedon.org for more information or to register online. Life, pass it on.
On to the 9th, and in for the play-by-play and tell you about Carl Craigie on the mound. It's Aaron Brody.
Thank you, Paul. Took the words right out of my mouth. Carl Craigie takes over on the bump. Good to see him back out there in the 9th inning. The lefty was snubbed of an all-star nod in 2019, but my vote, snubbed of a chance to sign an affiliated contract, maybe the very best closer in all of the Frontier League once he took over for Jonathan Tripp after Tripp signed for the Cincinnati Reds. Craigie has proven himself to be quite a commodity, and he will face Matt Cox to lead things off. The fastball is fouled back to the screen. 0-1. Craigie's first appearance after a 2-week absence following what looked to be a back injury on a wet mound, sloppy mound a few weeks ago. Was just on Wednesday, his first appearance back. The fastball is fouled back to the screen, making the count 0-2. So the first appearance for him, not exactly what he was looking for. Struggled to find his form, and ultimately allowed a few runs in his 1 inning for ball 1. And looks to have good zip on the fastball. And we all know that nasty split finger that he loves to throw in 2 strike counts. Could see it here to retire Cox. Pitch on the way. It was the split, and it made him look silly. A strikeout for out number 1 as Carl Craigie is back, and he'll face Jordan Clark. Sean Hughes going just 1 inning tonight, but another good inning for the big right-hander out of Virginia and Boston College University. A clean frame. Faced just 1 over the minimum. Fastball misses in to number 6, the new pitcher who entered the game for Jordan Clark. Now hitting in the pitcher spot, which is that leadoff spot ever since Cole Sturgeon checked out. The 1-0's down and in for ball number 2. The 2-0. Not sure where it missed, but it's ball 3. And a called strike. Fastball at 87 from the left-hander, who's a former Batavia Muck Dog. Knows Chad Rhodes quite well. Told you about his 2019 season in Florence. That was his first year in the Frontier League. 3-1. Down and in, a 5-pitch walk to old number 6.
See what I can assume is a relative of Colin Ludy checking in on the broadcast, appreciating our laughter and bearing with us here tonight through the YouTube live stream.
I was scared to look. First pitch to Bobby Crisp inside. It's 1-0.
It's been a doozy tonight.
And it's been one to remember for sure. One destined for the trash bin. So fastball crosses to even the count at 1-1. This one will never see the light of day, Paul.
Oh, boy.
1-1. Swung on and missed.
Yeah, but these are the ones you remember.
Oh, yeah. No, all jokes. We'll just block the world from viewing it, but we'll save the link. 1-2. Got him swinging. 2 strikeouts for Carl Craigie.
Welcome back, Carl Craigie. Right down the middle, attacking these hitters. Got a 6-run lead. Can be aggressive. You don't have to pitch around anybody. Go right at him. Gets 2 strikeouts. Don't have to worry about the man on first.
Orveo Saint, the last line of defense for the Leyendas in a 9-3 game. Late on a fastball at 90, and it's 0-1. Lefty sets, closed off, and the 0-1. The split finger for strike number 2. Saint took it.
Down to their final strike.
Not much you can do with that splitter when it's on. Will he go to it again, 0-2, or try to light him up with the heat? We're about to find out. Pitch. It was the split finger, and it was ball 1 in the turf. Lefty leans in, gets the sign, sets, and fires the 1-2. Splitter swung at and missed. Another strikeout. Craigie fans the side, and the Y'alls will go home happy on a rockin' Saturday with a 9-3 victory over Lexington. That gives them the weekend series.
Great win here for Florence tonight. Lexington, a tough one, putting 7 men out on the mound. Just no consistency out of the pitching tonight. It was hard for them to really get an arm to stay out for as long as they needed them to. But now here tonight, series victory for the Florence Y'alls in 3 hours and 15 minutes in front of 784 people.
We segue into a victorious Florence Y'alls postgame show next on the Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we inspire students to think beyond the classroom and redraw the bounds of what's possible for their future. Students are prepared for what it takes to succeed in their careers and in life. Nearly 99% of those who earn a degree from the Mount are employed, going to grad school, or volunteering within 6 months of graduating. This reflects the career certainty that comes from an education at the Mount. Connect with us today by visiting msj.edu.
BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. Come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2, quality at a price you can afford.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
Another tremendous complimentary effort by your Florence Y'alls tonight in a 9-3 victory over the Lexington Las Leyendas. The line score for this one: the Y'alls with 9 runs on 11 hits. They made 1 error and left 8 men on base, while the Leyendas countered with 3 runs on 9 hits, 4 errors, and 9 men left on base. A bit of a sloppy game, a little bit of a sloppy broadcast, but nothing but joy tonight on a rockin' Saturday as the Y'alls improved to 19-10 on the year and Lexington falls to 7-19 in their 2020 Battle of the Bourbon Trail. Tonight's game played in 3 hours and 15 minutes in front of 784 smiling faces on a 79-degree sunny day at UC Health Stadium. A.J. Clayton earns the win in relief. Fill it for Roger Bernal. Went 4 1/3 brilliant innings tonight and left with an injury 2 outs away from being win eligible on a night he finished with the final line of 4 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned with 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. But A.J. Clayton pitched well in his own right, and it was Clayton that improves to 2-1 on the year with a line of 2 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. The former major leaguer Mike Hauschild falls to 0-1 in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail. His line tonight, 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. But because of the fact that the Leyendas never did tie the game after those initial 2 runs for the Y'alls in the first, it is Hauschild who swallows the loss in this one. So with that, we'll bring you into the broadcast booth.
Oh, no.
Aaron Brody here, Paul Fritchner there. Here
don't
are our
look.
faces. Here are the faces of the guys that made fools of themselves time and time again tonight. But
it was a fun one, Aaron. I hope you all watching. I know we struggled through some internet connections at points up here in the booth. So
what
you did catch of the substitutions, wholesale changes all through the Las Leyendas lineup. Aaron had a new pitcher in nearly every inning tonight. Somehow still managed to get it done in 3 hours and 15 minutes. Florence wins the series, and it's really all I got to say.
So thanks a lot for joining. We'll see you tomorrow. No, A lot of pitching changes on both sides, really. It was 4 arms used for the Y'alls tonight, but yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different arms used for Lexington. At least there was only 2 instances tonight where that guy that came in for Lexington didn't have a number or a name on their roster, so we are improving in some areas.
We're getting there. I only have to write new pitcher 1 time tonight. I wish I could give him credit. I really do, because he came in there in the bottom of the 8th inning and worked around a couple of errors, and he got the pitches that he needed, worked a couple of base hits to left field, but it was just tough defensive play in left for Matt Cox. Had a couple of balls get all the way to the wall past him, and those 2 errors allowed a run to score. So whoever that pitcher was in the bottom of the 8th inning allowed a run, but it was not earned. And now we see Florence, they'll have to go back out tomorrow. Lexington will have to go back out tomorrow in a game that has been pushed back 2 hours, now 5 o'clock start for Florence and Lexington tomorrow, as Lexington still, I believe, Aaron, if I'm not mistaken, looking for their 2nd win here in Florence since all the way back on opening day. And tomorrow will be the last game that the Las Leyendas play here at the Battle of the Bourbon Trail. One thing that came out today, we've alluded to it on the broadcast a couple of times, but 2 Fridays from now, so not next Friday, the Friday after, that would be 2 Fridays from now, the All-Star Championship Series announced today will get underway. The first game will be here in Florence 2 Fridays, again, from now, where it'll be a Fireworks Friday here, and we'll see the Las Leyendas and the Legends combine their best players. We'll see the Freedom and the Y'alls combine their best players, and it's shaping up to be a good series here as we close out this Battle of the Bourbon Trail.
Yeah, it should be. The Y'alls really rounding into form, and I do want to talk about their success early offensively in this game. Obviously, any time that you're playing for a series as they were in the middle game tonight, you want to get off to a fast start, and especially on the heels of a night last night where you really felt more lucky than good. The game recap title that I came up with last night was Fortuitous Y'alls earned Game 1 win. They came out tonight, chip on their shoulder. Offense got off to a good start early in the game, set the tone in this one. Before the 2nd inning came to a close, 5 runs already hung on the Leyendas. They were already 2 pitchers in to their night and well on their way to a Johnny Holstaff effort. This game was won in the early stages by the Y'alls tonight.
And the one thing that I made a note of in my book as the game was starting was through the first 2 innings, Florence left the bases loaded in the first inning, left 2 men on base in the second, 1 in scoring position, and at that point Florence was up 5-0, but we've seen Lexington string hits together, string runs together later on in the games, and that was one thing that I put down to say, if things start to go south for Florence as the game goes along, they had the chances to put the game away in the beginning of the game, but they didn't need to. They sealed the win in those first 2 innings, as it turns out, allowed 3 runs as the game went along, scattered those runs, 1 in the 4th, 6th, and 7th, but those 5 runs that they scored in the first 2 were all they needed.
A couple of notable performances offensively tonight for the Y'alls. We'll start with Harry DeNicola. The guy continues to swing a hot stick, a double and a single tonight. Both those in those first 2 innings that we talked about, as he helped set the tone big time for the Y'alls in this one. He also scored a couple of runs in the 1st and 2nd innings. So Harry continued to swing a hot stick. Dakota Hunley hitting in his spot in the 8th inning. Not easy. You come in the game, make a nice play at third base. You get a base hit single that turns into a double with an error in left field. So no matter who was in that 2-hole tonight, good production at the top of Brian White's batting order. Do want to comment on Will Baker. The guy got on base a couple of times in the first 2 frames, both base on balls, earning his free pass. Tripled in the 5th inning and scored a run. Looks like Will Baker got back on track after the sluggish start. Really the sluggish night offensively for the entirety of the Y'alls roster in Game 1 of this series. But Will Baker back in the heart of the order and swinging another hot bat in this one tonight. But the player of the game offensively was the guy that really did set the tone for Florence in the 1st and 2nd frame. You can get the guys on base, you got to bring them home, and it was Blaze Spees tonight who did that. Had 2 more singles and a double. Scored a run, plated 3 runs tonight. Tell you, we're saying his name a lot lately right now. He had a 4-for-4 night and a couple RBIs a couple days ago. Tonight, he ends up 3-for-4, a double, 2 singles, 3 runs batted in. That guy's been a tremendous find.
And he played really well defensively in right field, too. So both sides of the baseball, Blaze Spees, an important factor for this Y'alls lineup.
It was a fun one. 9-3 victory for the Y'alls on Derby Day. A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
It was. I had a great time tonight. Hope you all listening enjoyed it and rolled with the punches. And we'll see you back here tomorrow night.
That we will. But first, I'm going to take a quick second to read through some of these Kentucky Derby Day names. We talked about them a lot in the broadcast. We didn't get to all of them. Some of them are classic, and since we're waning on our time here anyway, why not throw them in just so you can know. If you're watching and your kid played tonight, these are the names they came up with. Mike Galino, the Italian Stallion. We talked about that one. Mike Honcho for Jackson Pritchard. How about Austin Medica? Meticulously Careless. That's
a
bad.
really good horse name.
It's too bad that Austin didn't get a chance to pinch hit or play tonight. That would have been a fun one to say.
A lot of these names on this list were more creative or funny, but that's a name that wins the Kentucky Derby.
That's a winning name right there for sure. So Kevin Belsky goes with the outside the box thinking. His horse name, Kevin.
Oh, well, Home Alone.
So, perfect. Baker's Dozen for Will Baker. Londo Gomez. Insert horse name here. Getting a chance to see some of the personalities of some of these guys. Dakota Hunley, Horsey McHorseface. That's something. We'll move on to the next one. Spiraling Vortex is Kevin Watley. Sprinkles, Harrison DeNicola. Never did mention Mitch Piotniks. I can respect it. I'm a Star Wars guy. His horse name, Obi-Wan. Like it. Brandon Pugh is the Flash. Blaze Fees, the Iron Giant. Dudley Do-Right for Dudley Taw, who's still with the Freedom.
That's another good horse name right there.
Dudley Do-Right. We talked about Drop 10 plenty tonight. The lefty that left was Marty Anderson. Jared Cheek, he went to Jared.
Oh, another good one.
Gregory for Carl Craigie. Sleepy Joe for Joe Doherty. No political ties to that one. Fletcher for Darian Fleming. Not bad. Not bad. Nick Floyd, Nickelback. Obviously, we're fans.
Yeah.
Nickelback starts every broadcast on this Y'all's Broadcasting
I love
Network.
Nickelback slander is so lazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh, it is. It's meticulously careless.
It's 2020. What are we doing here?
Yeah, they're great. Every single one of their songs is a hit. So we'll move forward. Hayes is for horses. Reed Hayes. All right. Gilmanator for Nathan Gilman. Kevin Bacon for Kevin Hahn. Sean Hughes. Hugh Betcha. I like that one. That's a good one. Leonard Nimoy, Lars Ligori, Andrew McDonald, Big Mac. Murky Water for Harrison Merck. Cobra Kai for Ryan Mordecai.
All right.
Little Karate Kid.
All right.
Little Karate Kid love there. You're My Boy Blue, Jackson Owens. Kenny Powers for Kenny Pearson. The Price is Reitz.
Oh, that's another good one.
Price is Reitz.
That's
a good
one.
That's solid. That's solid. T-Rex for Matt Taronis. Cheese Dog, Alex Wagner. And Hayden Wheeler, Mouse Cop.
All right.
So if we narrow it down, and we'll
who was that at the top?
Meticulously Careless.
Yeah,
Austin
Medica. Yeah, no doubt. That's my winner.
I like that one.
I would throw many dollars on Meticulously Careless to win the Kentucky Derby.
I'm going to put Hugh Betcha in my top 3. Sean Hughes. Cobra Kai will go in there, make it 3. Price is Reitz 4. And rounding out my top 5, Sleepy Joe.
All right. Let's rock with it. No.
You on board?
Well, I'm with Meticulously Careless, and then there's a huge gulf, and then number 2 and
Price is Reitz.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised that you didn't have Big Mac in there. I know your plans for after the broadcast tonight.
McDonald's. We'll see you there.
So, there you go. Anyway, we're on to a rockin' Saturday here in Florence, Kentucky. 9-3 the final score tonight on Derby Day. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Hope you enjoyed Paul Fritzner's play-by-play of the Kentucky Derby tonight, as only he could do it. A day to remember in a fun game that ended in a 6-run Y'all's victory. They grabbed the series win, and they will look for a series sweep tomorrow. First pitch at 5:05. Our broadcast will start at 4:50 right here on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow afternoon.